Hello everyone and welcome into yet another episode of oh my goodness, what's going on? I have no idea what I'm doing. Why am I even researching organic chemistry? I have no idea what I'm doing yet again. This is episode 2. Welcome, hi. Yeah, today we'll be just researching organic chemistry again. Well, to be fair, this is only the second organic chemistry live stream, so it could be worse. This is only the second try. Oh boy, last time, I don't know if you remember, but last time we gone ahead and hi Watchnane, hi, welcome. Oh, I'm so glad you can finally join the streams. So last time we were on this, yeah, this is where we've ended up, and we basically got a method for figuring out what structure atoms should have. That's the method. Assume end for me in 1 minute and then restart. That's because I had to restart the stream. That one was a fluke. Alrighty then, and let's go. Oh wait, I didn't fill in my oops. Well, one thing. Damn it! I was so ready for the stream. Now there's one thing I forgot. Don't worry, it'll only take a second. There, done. See? Well, don't mind me typing in the background. That's just the wind. That's just more wind. I'm in a very windy room. All right, there's so much wind going on. Okay, I'm done. So, let's go in. I completely forgot to ask you this last time, but I saw in the Indian chat that you wanted help with differential equation stuff. You didn't make a video about it. That section is pretty short, so I wanted help with it. You have one video planned, which I did put off because I actually didn't have anyone as an expert for that video. So if you would like to be an expert for that video, I'll move that video up. It will still take me a bit to make it, pun intended. Make it got Elliot. Funny enough, actually, Elliot didn't feel comfortable walking that video. Something with analysis or something. I don't know, it was a math thing. Not a mathematician. I'm barely a physicist. Not a chemist. I can help if you want. Well, I'm really sorry to say that unfortunately I won't be able to start work on this video right away because due to, you know, lack of experts, I moved it further along a couple of weeks from now. So I have like 8 other videos I want to do in the meantime. But once we get there, I would be more than glad to make it with you now. And I do mean make it with you because at this point that wouldn't really be just me making you being that. I would need a lot of help. I'm not good with differential equations. They're difficult. They're complex. I'm not smart. Alright. So, speaking of organic chemistry, I mean, we haven't really gotten to organic chemistry part. Right now we're in the basics of basic chemistry. But right now we're starting. Not getting it. Alright. Exception 2 and wait, exception to what? Free radicals. Wait, what exception to? There's exception to the octet rule. Oh, exception to the octet rule. Okay, so exception to the octet rule, we have odd number of valence electrons. Let's note it down actually, that feels like an important detail. I mean, I can't even hold a handle to great Elliot. But I did a couple of courses on differential equations, derivatives and stuff, and I think I'm good in that stuff. If you're good in differential equations, I'm really impressed. Because I suck with differential equations. That's difficult. I'm just witchcraft. This wizardry. So yeah, but I really spelling mistakes going crazy. Mate, you haven't seen me type if you think your spelling mistakes are going crazy. Alright, not blue free, blue free. No, this. Exceptions to the octet rule. Actually, maybe how about we do some hacking? There we go. Look at that. Look how impressive that is. I know a shortcut for absolutely everything. I am so cool and awesome. Species with odd numbers of electrons. So it makes sense. That if we have an odd number of electrons, we're not gonna have an octet, right? I don't know if I... Yeah, I mean... Yeah. Wait, hold on. Does it make sense? Let me do some quick maths. Yeah, because you would need to divide one electron between more... Wait, hold on. Quick maps. 3. Yeah, because you would need 1 electron to be shared among 3 atoms. Otherwise, each electron would be a pair in between, which means that if we have 5, 1 would be the... Oh yeah, you can think of it as just pairs of electrons. Okay, yeah, makes sense. Alright. Speaking of no odd numbers of electrons, next one would... which is going to be... First of all, examples. Examples being nitrogen 2. I can't read. Oxide. It's relating. Is that chemistry? Kind of. We're not in the chemistry bit, yes. This is just... This is the... This is foreplay. I really should have gone with something more... the point is, examples. That's could be an example. 5 electrons, 6, this will be 11 valence electrons. There is no way for them to share, so yeah, they need... They can't have an octet. Unpaired electron is usually placed in the Lewis dot structures that each element in the structure will have the lowest formal charge possible. Formal charge, okay, so... Wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 8 electrons. That's 8. We need... 11? Oh, this. Okay. Alright. So this is simple enough. This is just doing the formal charge, which we did last stream. Then we have 3 radicals, like this one. This thing. We already know that down. Okay. My coffee cup is so massive. I can't wait. Tomorrow we're switching up the 3D Make It, so... Can't wait. Exception 2, incomplete octets. The second exception to the octet rule is when there are too few valence electrons. Okay, so that's it actually. Nitrogen. Alright, cool. Second exception would be... Damn it! But my fingers on the wrong keys. Complete octets. Is when there are too few valence electrons that results in incomplete octet. There are even more occasions where the octet rule does not give the most correct depiction of molecule or ion. This was the case with incomplete octets. Species with incomplete octets are pretty rare and generally are only found in some beryllium, aluminum, and boron compounds, including boron hydrides. Borane, okay. So when we have an incomplete octet, this is... Oh yeah, we've been over this example too. So this is pretty... Okay, this is pretty self-explanatory, right? Incomplete octets. Borane. It will be... Equations, if I may. BH3. Any more exceptions? This is chemistry, of course, there's gonna be more exceptions. Oh, YF. Fluorine. Oh, okay. We can skip over... Okay, so the summary would be just calculate the formal charge. And then we have... Then we see stuff. When we see the truth. We see what the government's trying to cover up. Cool. Neat. Yeah, so we already been over this. And we are trying to kind of speed through it a bit more because there's a lot of live streams ahead of us. And I don't want to get stuck again. Exceptions 3, expand valence shells. Even more exceptions, of course. There's always more exceptions. There's absolutely always more exceptions. So expanded valence shells. Wait, incomplete octets actually... Let's make sure... You know what? I'm trying to speed through it, and at the same time, I don't want to make any grave mistakes. There are few valence electrons that result in incomplete octet. Okay, so it is just precisely what it sounds like. When there's an odd number of electrons. Then we have borane, which is not enough valence electrons to result in octet. Right? That sounds like a weird drink. Does it valence? don't know. I swear to God, chemistry has more exceptions than the rules. This is why I left chemistry as soon as I could. Yeah, but there is a reason, right? Because the alternative to this is quantum mechanics. You know, you have two options. Either crazy lot of exceptions, chemistry, or no exceptions, but the rules are differential equations. Yeah, so basically non-valence electrons to result in octet, right? There are two free valence electrons that result in the octet. Okay. Then the third one, expanded valence shells. That would be the other way, right? That would be too many. Example of this being more common than incomplete octets are expanded octets, where the central atom in the Lewis structure has more than 8 electrons. Central atom has more than 8. Hi, the Don. Organic is a fucking family. I don't know. I feel like organic chemistry is the one, in my personal opinion. Doing science again? I do science. Every single one of these live streams is science. That's what we do. As more electrons in my shell. Okay. Listen, it was either math or science, okay? I've made the responsible choice. Science with a little bit of math. Like, I can't, like, it's a tiny amount, okay? Alright, molecules with expanded octets involve highly electronegative terminal atoms and non-metal central atom found in the third period or below. Okay, that's interesting. Finally getting some more info. Unless I skipped over info. That also might have been it. Molecules with expanded octets involve highly electronegative terminal atoms. The terminal is the outer ones. For some reason, chemistry, what kind of sound you listen to? Like metal? I don't know, everything. I haven't really heard anything that I wouldn't at least enjoy so far. I don't know. Electro-medieval, that's a good one. Whatever genre no, I don't listen, mate. I don't know music. There's too many of them. Like you have like metal, then you have like rock, then you have like jazz. That's already free. That's already a lot. Metallica. Oh, I know that one. I don't know any band names or song names either. I just listen to stuff. For example, compound, whereas for example, blank is a legitimate compound, whereas blank is not. Cool. I am so glad that blank is a legitimate one, but blank isn't. Where is it? Where's the thing? That's where the thing is. What is this? I need to know. In my blog, spawn, yeah, give me. Okay, well that's not helpful at all. This one, yes. Okay. I don't want to mess with style, that's a bad idea. I'm looking for Mapjacks. Okay, I'm looking for NC. There we go. We're decoding the message. It's NC. NCl. So it's sodium chlorine. 5. Sodium with 5 chlorines. Easy. If you're good at math, you're good at music. No. I beg to differ. Right, this one. PC. There, isn't this a much simpler method? PCl, let me guess, 5. Okay, so phosphorus, chlorine 5, is a legitimate compound, and sodium chlorine 5 is not. There we go. See, it's easy. It's easy stuff. So, oh, let me know down. So, phosphorus chlorine 5 is legitimate, and sodium. Wait, was it sodium? I already forgot. I don't have a great memory. NCl. That's sodium, right? Close enough. What am I, a chemist? No, I'm not. Although I am a wizard. I actually got thrown off Hogwarts for being too cool. Too cool for school. Well, oh my goodness, I'm lost. Right here, sick. Okay. It's not. No, phosphorus was invented in 1669. No idea. I didn't know that. Is that when they made the element? Nah, a bit late to figure out you can combine like protons and neutrons this way. New DLC to the universe, adding phosphorus. Molecules with expanded octets involve highly electronegative terminal. Wait, why electronegative terminal atoms? And a non-metal central atom. Alright. I mean, the easiest way to find out if it's legitimate or not, just count the number of valence electrons. That's the max number of bonds it can form, since that's the number of electrons it can share. Not always. Remember about exceptions. No, no. Because I may be wrong. We'll end the sentence right there. But this is chlorine and phosphorus. Oh yeah, they do have a difference of 2 valence electrons. That is true. You are right. No, wait, it's chlorine, it's phosphorus and nitrogen. They both have the same amount of valence electrons. Yeah, this is in sodium. This is nitrogen. I was lying. Well, I wasn't lying. I was just dumb. So they do have the same amount of valence electrons. I wish it was that easy. And I really wish it was that easy. It's organic chemistry. So there's always exceptions. Why did I open up already? I already had it open. Doesn't matter. Why gems are so good at chemistry? Are they really? I don't know. Octets is based upon available n's and p's orbitals for valence electrons. 2 electrons the s orbitals and 6 the p orbitals. Beginning with n3 principal quantum number, the d orbitals become available. The orbital diagram for valence shells phosphorus is this. Wait, what did I just read? Available ns and np orbitals. So n is the principal quantum number, p, s and p, those are subshells. So as we move to quantum numbers, valence electrons, 2 electrons in the s orbitals and 6 in the p orbitals. Okay, so wait, orbitals? What do you mean orbitals? These are subshells. Oh shit, no, not ambiguity, not again. Electron orbitals. Hello and happy triple number day. Thank you, Random Speed. I was re-wondering. I really was wondering when someone was going to mention that. It is a triple number day. 444, that's pretty fun. Atomic orbital. Characterized. Okay, so, like, okay, that's great. That's fantastic. Okay, so, orbitals, then. Hold on, I really shouldn't have turned that on. Look at me with the shortcuts again. That's amazing. The simple names s orbital, p orbital, d orbital. These are subshells, aren't they? Am I wrong? Why are you calling them orbitals? Oh, the ambiguity. I thought x and p were orbitals. I hate chemistry so much. It's fine. It's fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. You know what? I just need some coffee. Actually, it'll pick me up. That's all I need. That's the 5th May. It's where I live. Is it? I have no idea. I'm beyond time. Oh. Okay, it's fine. So orbitals will refer to subshells. So we don't have any patrons in chat right now. And like, if we had some patrons, they would point out that I was actually wrong in the preview video, which I uploaded today to Patreon. And it just hit me right now that I'll have to fix that. Because orbitals are... Wait, since when? I thought, what's the point? Wait, no, what's the name of the... Wait, what's the name of the further subdivisions? Hold on. The XYZ. Configuration. You German make it? No, I'm not. I wish, though. They do have... What's this? What's this? This thing? Allow state the principal number in each term electron configuration and this was the precision orbital letter. Orbital letter. So I am going to from Eastern Europe? Yeah, unfortunately. Subshell states defined by common most common number L within a shell. The value of L range from 0 to n minus 1. The values correspond to SPD of the paired subshell has n equal to 3, L equal to 2. So subshell is a combination of Slavic, yeah, unfortunately. Orientation or something? Yeah, but I thought they were called... I'm pissed. I'm pissed. Then it's all easy! Come on! If these are orbitals, then that's so easy! Of the letter... Okay, X. That's what we're looking for, basically. Not example, not 6, explain. We're looking for this, PX. What's that? Example, maximum 6. No. Give me P of X. Or PX. PX. We have this one. And that's it. That's the only. Okay, it's fine. Electron orbitals. Catholic Orthodox. I'm streaming right now. I'm a YouTuber. Why would that matter? Unfortunately. Atomic orbital. Yes, this one, right? Behavior. Okay, what's them called? I know I'm going off the tangent, but it doesn't matter, okay? You heard what I said. I mean beliefs, I mean culture. Mate, my... I don't like that. I'm not really a subscriber of Eastern culture. I'm not really a subscriber of Eastern culture in general. Like, I'm the closest to Holland or Netherlands when it comes to like being cultural, the culture stuff. Like for example, I'm an anti-centrist, for example. Don't say that, they suck. So, sorry mate, American at heart. Hell yeah, I know. Listen, I am far left and far right. I'm an anti-centrist. And like in Eastern Europe we have conservatives. Ew, can you imagine being so cringe? Oh, I love the status quo. I don't care what the status quo is, I just want to change it. M, which is pretty cool. Okay, M, right? M well, right? Am I... M orbitals. Angular structure. Real value orbitals can be formed as linear combinations of M and L orbitals. What? Change is not always good, and I don't care if it's good or not. I just want change. Make us an anarchist? No, because if anarchy was the status quo, then I would want to form governments. That's the point. How about you're not listening to me? You should conserve some stuff. I don't care. Listen, if you live in a capitalistic system and you want capitalism, then change the capitalistic system to communism and then from communism to capitalism. Or else you don't have an identity. I beg to differ. I identify as an anti-centrist. Status quo isn't always good. I don't care if it's good or not. It can be perfect. I don't care. I want to change it. I'm an anti-centrist. Whatever the status quo is not good enough. Frictional spin. Okay. Spin quantum number. Orbital angular momentum quantum numbers. Okay, so there's spin. So, like, right now, Mick is an anarchist because it's the opposite of a system. Well, yeah, I'm an anarchist, but I do believe that the syndicate of the anarchy should be a totalitarian regime and should be a dictatorship. Hi, the Samey. Hi, the RP. He's going deep into the rabbit hole. I'm leaving the rabbit hole. I don't care anymore. Alright. Hence, the third period elements occasionally exceed the octet rule by using their empty d orbitals, this one, to accommodate additional electrons. Size is also an important consideration. What do you mean? No. What do you mean, important consideration? Hi, the call. We were just talking about politics. You just missed it. Hold on, I'm making it funny. Chemistry specialist in units? I don't! I've been complaining about that the entire last live stream. I was like, damn, I don't have a single chemistry expert. I was complaining about not having Alex as a chemistrist. I don't know. Alright, there we go. I did it funny. Now the time to go back. Studying a lot. Is it for university or... No, it's just for videos. Not... yeah. You're studying more chemistry? Not yet. This is just the basics. Well, we're getting to organic chemistry soon. By soon, I mean a couple of live streams. I'll find one for you. I mean, no, hold on. I do have a chemistry expert. No, I take it back. I do have a chemistry expert. I do have one. I do have a... hold on, hear me out, okay? I do have a chemistry expert. I don't have an organic chemistry expert. There. Said it. I got them connections. Yeah, so what I would need... Well, technically, I could get an organic chemistry expert, but... well, I could, but I don't really... I was fellow YouTuber and they are more famous than me. So, you know, we'll have to wait till we get more famous. How's my short doing, by the way? I'm going back to uploading shorts because I actually need some money. I mean, because people like shorts. That's... oh, I'm sorry, just... something weird just happened. Yeah, so... also, anarchists are not particularly keen on science. I don't care. Listen, if anarchists take over and anarchism becomes the status quo, then I want to abolish anarchy. You're really not getting anti-centrism. It's simple. It's simple anti-ideology. I was studying organic chemistry in class, but it's more about how to name them. Don't worry, we'll get there soon. My brother is studying to become a pharmacist, so I think he knows chemistry. Oh, that's cool. Although we're not really doing pharmacy science, because organic chemistry. There is a separate textbook for that, or at least separate bookshelf. It's biological chemistry. That's what it is. That's pharmacy. This one's medicines and pharmaceutical stuff. And we're in organic chemistry. Can you ride a horse? I mean, I would... how handsome is the horse? In terms of anarchists, I think some of form of system is still necessary, but I get where they're coming from. I'm sorry, but that's a phenomenal thing to say. It's like it's basically I'm not racist, but of political ideology. Like I listen. I don't think anarchy is good. All right, I think anarchy is pretty bad. I think anarchy is not a great thing. However, anyhow, wait, was that school in reference to the horse joke or the anarchist joke? I want to know. I want to know if my attempt succeeded. It was my hard work paid off. That was a good bit. Well, laugh at that. I'm upset. Did you do military service? No. No, I didn't. I'm too weak to do anything for military. I can barely get up in the morning. Do you want to? Military service? No. No, I just mentioned I'm too weak. My fragile body. Listen, I don't work out, not because I don't like working out or because I don't like the concept of working out. The reason for why I don't work out is because one day I'm gonna get that sweet robot board, alright? And then all of my muscle will be pointless. Might even get in the way. Opinions on terrorism make it. Not a huge fan. Now I gotta say, I'm not a huge fan. Anarchy is bad, only chaos is good. Make it twin confirmed. Oh, so what? Now you know what, I'm not gonna argue that. You know what, that's actually, I mean, there isn't really much of an argument on my side, I guess. There isn't really much evidence I have against that claim. It's not good if you have anxieties. The military service, yeah. Make it Trump or Biden. Oh, no, neither Trump nor Biden. I am all for my boy Bernie Sanders. Because he's the most radical. I like that. As an anti-centrist, I like that. Forward Party sucks because they are so centrist. Now, the Forward Party is awful, but Bernie Sanders, all for him. It's not like I don't like walking out, but I like his lack of motivation. Oh mate, I have plenty of motivation. Just trust you, me. I made a whole fucking Patreon upload today in a single day. It's a good one too. What do you think about Vladimir Putin? Not a huge fan of the guy. Really, not a huge fan. I mean, I'm not a huge fan. The acceptance with the twin allegations. Oh, you know, I'm from Eastern Europe. Are you going to a university? No. Do you have a degree? No. I'm just doing this because I'm lonely, guys. Listen. If you want to know what being lonely does to a guy, this. Okay, this. It was either have a social life or do science. I chose science. Bernie Sanders mentioned healthcare. Let's go. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't vote for Bernie Sanders in Europe. Because in Europe, that's status quo. So in Europe, I would vote for Trump. Biden can go suck it. Biden is too centrist. Come on, cringe. Be radical. Offend people. That's funny. How do you feel about Dutch Center Party? They aren't that centrist. Wait, aren't they really centrist? Dutch Center Party? If they aren't centrist and they're called centrist, I respect that. I like Putin's politics. I just don't like the trying to rehabilitate the Soviet Union. Well, I'm gonna say I'm not a huge fan of the whole war thing. You know, I gotta say, not a huge fan. Don't really like it. What do you think about Germany? I don't know. You all seem to. I mean, Germany is just really screwing over France. That's kind of mid. I mean, listen, I hate French people as much as the next guy, but like, nuclear power? Is that what you're trying to screw over? Come on. Is there anything interesting left? Yeah, okay, these are just alright. Bone length and bone strength. Them the student interview. Is this your? Come on, Space. This is not your first charity checkup. That's what we do. Do you watch anime? Yeah, all of them. I've actually finished all of them. I've actually finished all of the animes, and now that's why I decided. When I was lonely, I learned 10 times more. To be honest, I need to break up with my girlfriend. Go on that grind again. Hell yeah! Why be happy when you can grind? I read Russia cannot have a democracy because of their government. Their government calls for an authoritarian government. I don't know. I don't know. If in the year of our Lord and Savior Markiplier 2024, geography is still an issue when forming a political system, I think that's more of a skill issue than anything. The music stopped suddenly, or am I just deaf? I don't think it did, but it is quiet, so thank you for pointing that out. There we go. Higher. Now it should be better. Which resource do you recommend to study physics? LibreText! LibreText! This one. You have like chemistry, and then you type in phys, and then this is physics. And like bookshelves, and you go in and you research what college physics? Wait, hold on, you don't see anything. Oh, whoops. College physics, university physics, conceptual physics, classical mechanics, thermodynamics, quantum mechanics. That's the one we did recently. Electricity, magnetism, astronomy, cosmology, relativity, optics, waves, acoustics, modern physics, nuclear particle physics, mathematical physics, and periodicity. Anything. That's LibreText. That's the one. Oh man, I love doing ad reads for LibreText. They don't even pay me. I just do it for the funsies. Thank you. Any day. Really, if any day, I'm glad to do an ad read for LibreText. Speaking of music, who makes your music to me? Oh, I am so glad you are. First of all, that's not my music. They're not making my music. I'm just using up their music. In Soda, guys! https://youtube.com/ad Soda KC Music. In case you'd like to, the link also is in the description of the live stream. Soda KC Music on YouTube. That's who made this. Soda KC, in case anyone. Oh wow, that's a lot of messages in chat. I should really respond them quick instead of doing these drawn out bits. Have you watched Yusenki? No. I've seen every single anime except for that one. It is, bro. Geography is everything. Like, if you think about it, there's no tropical country in the world that is developed. What do you mean? Hawaii? What about that one? What about... Isn't... Call me crazy. They seem pretty developed. they seem to be doing pretty well. It's good excuse for making promoting though, yeah. Math's so lonely. I watched an interesting video about why it's the case. I don't need a video to know why maths is lonely. I know. Africa is poor because of geography. The user rules the world because it has perfect geography. Does it though? Does it? I mean, it did. For like 200 years. Does it? Listen, geography was important back when the world wasn't globalized, but now it is. You have Hawaii, tropical climate, but because of it being tropical, that's why it's lucrative. Geography was important back in the 1800s, 1900s, but now in the current age, do what you want. Ayo, make it watch anime. What do you think about the people who were saying CERN is operating a portal? They are right. They are absolutely right. I mean, what is... what do you mean, somebody? You believe that they're actually like colliding particles? Have you ever seen a particle? It's like, imagine if you had like a gun and another gun, and you try to collide two bullets together. That would be borderline impossible. And you mean to tell me that they're doing this with something that's smaller than a grain of sand? Samba, do your research, okay? They're obviously opening portal to hell. Well, nether, to be exact. I like it personally, but I still think there's an inherent randomness to it all. No 100% accurate. Close to Geneva. Hold on. Hawaii is part of the US. It's like, even it's not a factor, the country with the best geography are ahead because of its environment. development race, bro. Of the development race, bro. I mean, they are ahead. Doesn't mean they're. Access denied. That's cool. I am so glad that my access got denied. That's ending in. Wait, why do these differ so much? Purchasing power parity. Why do these differ so much? And quit denying me access. You are awful. Just straight up awful. There. The card United States is huge. You mean the blue one? That's United States. The orange one overtaking it is China. Oh, China actually already overtook United States on GDP based on PPP in 2000 and it seems around 13, 14, and they are actually. So yeah, that used to be, geography used to be an important thing, but it's not anymore. So that's why China, that's why I you know, I kind of laughed at the idea that USA is just ruining the world. They're really strong, they're one of the major superpowers, but they're not alone anymore. How old are you? That's a good question. And if, for 5 minutes and we're studying economics now, we're not. We're just joshing around about China. Is the cheapest way to carry goods? Yeah, I don't see why that's important, but anyways, I need to get some sleep. See you later. Bye, random space enthusiasts. Have a good one. Relationship between bond order and bond energy. That's gonna be a good one. Geography is not a form of chemistry. I mean, I guess it is. China has always been the richest country in the world, except for the last 100 years. No, I never bothered going that far back in Chinese history. Unlike revolutions, that's the only bit of history I actually know about. Because they're fun. They are really chaotic, anti-centrist. They're about as anti-centrist as it gets. No matter what regime to what regime, it's always different. Carmack is doing good in Europe, even outpacing Tesla. Mate, China's. You can just say, I hear China's blank market is doing good in Europe, even outpacing blank. Whenever I buy anything online, I almost always buy it from China. Because it's cheap. It takes months to get here. It's cheap. When did you start studying science? Oh, jeez, how do you define it? How do you define when you start studying science? You mean like school? That would give it too much. Or when I start myself? Because I myself started, like as a hobby, I started studying science. With a lot of gaps. There was a lot of gaps in my studies, but the first time I actually started studying science was 11 years ago, I think around 11 years ago, I guess. I don't know. Interest, well yeah, then around something like that. 1,000 years they were the richest country in the world, yeah, I don't know. Make it be like, I'm fine with child labor from China if my coffee mug is $1. Listen, what can I say? I ain't got no money. Also, I'd like to see those kids make this kind of glassware, alright? There's no way it's kids, come on. Also, Cole, hold on now. Cole, hold on, Cole. Aren't you conservative? You should love neoliberalism. Neoliberalism, fire wolf. I just had a stroke. You should Hold on, you should love buying things from China, even if it's made with child labor. You should love that idea. Lincoln to power in 1978. Yeah, as I mentioned, I don't really read up on history. That's for nerds. Anyway, let's go back to organic chemistry. Coal is the opposite of make it. Is coal really? I don't know. I don't think so. Coal is the opposite of feeble, and so in order for coal to be opposite of me, I would have to be the same as feeble. Unless we assume multiple values, but in this case it wouldn't be a perfect opposite. You just opposite on one matter, and then you would need to specify which matter it's on. Child labor is bad if it affects their education. Yeah, but as a conservative, you shouldn't really care, should you? First of all, it's not screwing over America. Second of all, it's making America better. Third of all, it's global capitalism. Well, as status quo as it gets. Oh, I guess if you're a conservative, I guess that is an opposite of anti-centrism. Huh. I guess Happy was right. What about, you know... The Enigma machine? No, there was like a computer thing. World War thing, computer stuff. I don't care if it's China, but in the USA. Yeah, there we go! Every child reminds another person that the US won't have to fight. Precisely! Hold on, triple bonds between like atoms are shorter than double bonds because more energy is required to complete break. Or three bonds to complete break. Two, triple bonds are also stronger than double bonds. Similarly, double bonds are between atoms is really okay, yeah. So basically the shorter the bond, the stronger, right? Four trends. That's a big table. That's a big table. First of all, okay, so we have four trends. Bonds, length, and strength. I like it because it rhymes. In capitalism, if you think about it, capitalism just means the market trading goods for money. I think so. I don't actually know what the definition of capitalism is. I just know I'm against it because it's status quo. Never was in a capitalist country. Yeah. Also, I'm pretty certain that like when it comes to communism. Wasn't like the first rule. Hold on, because this is actually okay. This is actually pretty funny. This is actually pretty funny. Communism. About communism, there's one thing which is actually pretty funny. With goals, creation, common society, common means of production. Yeah, but like when it comes to history, was it Marxism? I don't know. Yeah, I don't have rock critiques, my guy. I don't care who you got beef with, okay? Yeah, I don't care against capitalism. Just being against something isn't cool enough. As an anti-centrist, I can agree. What about anarcho-capitalism? Oh, anarcho-capitalism is great. I would love anarcho-capitalism. It's radical. I love it. Also, it would actually work. I genuinely believe that anarcho-capitalism would work. Hold on, where is it? Autonomy. Yeah, I don't care. As the forces of production improve, existing forms of organizing production become obsolete and hinder further progress. So basically, what's really funny, in my opinion, is that when Marx, right, came up with this idea, he was like, you know what, guys? We are getting more and more advanced as a society, right? And the forces of production are getting better and better. And so one day, when these forces of production become good enough, you know, we might need to go away from capitalism and create something new, something that would be better adjusted for these new and improved, you know, more powerful forces. that was kind of like the main starting point. And every single person that ever tried communism completely omitted that part. Like, can you imagine? In the year, I don't know, in the years, actually, I can just pick any year. I can just pick any year. But like, I don't know, 1950. Can you imagine being like, yeah, now we're good enough. Now we have enough automation to really carry us. Even right now in 2024, we don't have enough automation. Although we might in a couple of decades. I believe so. AGI for the win. Oh. I've said a lot about socialism. It's actually plausible to have a democratized business where the workers decide what's better for company, but it costs some profit. Yeah, but the point of communism was that, you know, one day when everything is automated, this cost to the profit becomes irrelevant. Because if you're making, even if that, you know, reduction was 99%, then is it really a difference if the owner of the company was a trillionaire or a billionaire? That was the point, right? So, well, not the point, that wasn't the point, but that's kind of the point of going against late-stage capitalism. So basically, the wealthiest accumulate more and more wealth, which they don't need, don't use. You know, that's kind of the point. So that's why most people are okay with less profit if it's more equal. But I don't care about that. I just want either anarcho-communism, anarcho-capitalism. Authoritarian capitalism is a bit too close to the status quo, but authoritarian communism, all for it. But Marxist proposal already practices 50 years of the road that social protection, labor rights, and all that. Besides, it wasn't only Marx writing about that. His liberal value doesn't make sense today's words. Yeah. Learning what communism may help you understand how autumn behave. You never know. Oh, Sami. Oh, hold on. Hold on, everyone. Let's listen to the genius Sami right now. Okay, how much do you know about bonds and communism? And the relation between them? Huh? Didn't think so. Rich people deserve that money. Hell yeah! Trickle up, baby! The wealthy accumulate wealth, but the poor are also richer. Yeah, but the point is that, you know, these two... The point is... the issue with that statement being that, like... In authoritarian capitalism, there is actually an incentive for the rich to keep the poor in poverty, which is different from anarcho-capitalism. And in everyone being richer, that's anarcho-capitalism thing. Authoritarian capitalism is about, you know, the elites and stuff. That's status quo, boring. I want to be a billionaire. I don't know if people get mad at me. Yeah, well, you know, because you actually count the chances. Cole, let me ask you a question. Are you a millionaire right now? The richer raise the capital profit. They create jobs because of the economy grows. Don, you're talking about the libertarian side, but that's not the world we live in. We live in the authoritarian side. I'm not a millionaire. I'm sorry, buddy, but like, unless you win the lottery, you're probably not gonna be a billionaire. The number one determining factor, if you want to know if you'll be a billionaire, then just ask yourself one simple question: were you born a millionaire? If you were, then good for you. Yeah, I would say your chances are pretty solid. And also donate to me on Patreon. Remember that. There is no richness without the rich. But like, is there really no richness without the rich? Really? That's like saying, I don't know, there is... I'm looking for a good example for that. I got one, but it's not funny enough. No, I can't come up with anything funny. I like money, so I don't know when... I mean, you can always steal money. So that's... no, I would never. It's awful. Like, I'm just saying. Like, you know, I'm just, you know, I'm thinking out loud, just throwing everything against the wall, seeing if it sticks. But like, rich people do have really large houses. So, if I don't know, in the early hours, like 10 a.m., I was just gonna steal from the rich and give to the poor. Speaking to me, what? Steal? No, I didn't say that you should steal. You're the one who's saying it. I'm just thinking out loud, Cole. I'm just, you know, throwing ideas. I'm just, you know, just messing around. You need to be a special kind of person to be a billionaire. You need to be rich. It's kind of, that's it, by definition, that's the requirement, isn't it? In order to be a billionaire, you have to be rich. The world riches is supposed to exist. I just... Wait, are you supporting the status quo? Don't, that's cringe. If you eliminate the billionaires, you eliminate the wealth they represent. Buddy, okay. Would you like to repeat what you just said? Don't mind this, I just opened up in the background, that's irrelevant, you know, that's just there for the funsies. But would you like to repeat what you just said, Don? Don't mind the modern monetary theory Wikipedia page open in the background, that's completely irrelevant, that's just, you know, who cares about that? The thing is, money is fake. No matter how we go about this, money is fake. Billionaires only are billionaires because the rest of society agrees that they are billionaires. If everyone woke up someday and suddenly was like, you know what? Elon Musk isn't rich anymore. If everyone on the planet suddenly agreed that Elon Musk isn't rich, then Elon Musk would have nothing. Because ownership and private property and money is made up, is a social construct. It's what society thinks of you. If billionaires, if we all just thought really hard that billionaires have no money, buildings wouldn't disappear, companies would still be there, the entire chain of production would still be operational, there would just be no billionaires. Long-term effects could be wild. You could have new billionaires to fill in the power vacuum. You could have, I don't know, you could have predatory boards of directors and CEOs that are fighting over each other. You could have stuff like this. But demolishing billionaires, private property is not made up. Okay, if you're telling me private property is not made up, tell me who owns the moon? And what do I need to do to own the moon? Because I honestly, it's kind of a hobby of mine. I collect different planetoids and things that just orbit around in space. If something is in space and it orbits, huge fun. What should I do to own the moon? Turbo, tell me. You all agree France doesn't exist. Yeah, but you know what's wild? That would work! Like, think about this. If everyone all of a sudden agreed that France isn't real, their government wouldn't matter. To be fair, French people would have to also agree. That's the main problem. Well, people is doing a lot of listening. But if they also agree that France wasn't real, it wouldn't exist because border, well, especially French border, right? Because it's in Europe. French border is not like a physical phenomenon, right? There's no physical wall between France and Germany. I think I have no idea. I don't care. Agreed to make money hold no value. Stop trading, but then wealth will be no more. Yeah, would recommend 2008 economic crisis. Yay, America for the. Actually, that's quite impressive. The fact that America like single-handedly managed to create a global economic crisis. You know what? That's like, it doesn't matter if you think that's like awful and America's horrible, or if you think America's great. That's just straight up impressive. More risky, people are just too disorganized. Yeah, they are. That is true. They are. But you know, it is a possibility, which is great. Now for the currency, we would go back to the gold pattern and trading goods for goods. So wealth would be reduced. Seem not to realize the world is made of nation states. Nation states exist for a reason. We are not world citizens. Buddy, nation states exist for a reason. I don't like that argument. Elliot already did that argument. You know what's that called? That's called appeal to tradition. That's what it's called. There's another completely irrelevant Wikipedia page which I'm just opening in the background for no particular reason. Just, you know, just, oh no, I spilled some coffee on my keyboard and just happening. The thing is, I'm a scientist. USA on top of... Yeah, but I am for real and completely honest that that's really impressive. A single country single-handedly creating a global economic crisis. That's really impressive. Take the L. You cannot change the system that you are just a very small part of. Oh, Poseidism would disagree. For all of you Poseidists out there, all of you pre-unironical Poseidists, that, you know, that bit was for you. And for everyone else who has no idea what Poseidism is, don't worry, you're not alone. Besides that, system is what makes you to be you. Don, listen, I'm sorry, but I'm just not, like, I'm not submissive enough to accept that. That's the nuke one, right? No, yeah! That is the nuke one! That is the nuke one. Trying to calculate, take formula of internal energy of atoms. Well, no. This is cherry checkups. We do things different here. You would not be the same person if you were born in Bangladesh. Yeah, also, I wouldn't be the same person if I was born on a Tuesday. I actually don't remember which day I was born. I was really young back then. You wouldn't be the same person if you were born in any different circumstances. Picking a country doesn't matter. If I was born, I don't know, in a different room, butterfly effect, chaos, I would be in a probably wouldn't even make it. I was young when I was born, yeah. I couldn't even speak. It was awful. You think you owe something to your country, your culture, your family? Not really. I mean, they brought me in this world. Their problem, their choice. All of them, country, culture, family. He said it. He said chaos. Is that a reference to Warhammer 40k? I forgot the name of the Primarch. Era something with E. It's not E in it. You know what? I'm just gonna note down the background. Like this discussion is I've had this argument. I've been over this argument so many different times that at this point I can just. So just atomic unit floating in vacuum. That's what you're saying. No, I'm not saying I'm an atomic unit floating in vacuum. I'm saying I'm an individual. Make it has no nationalism. We can convert him to be American. Listen, at heart I already am. If you think of American like American culture as not a nationality, only a culture, then that means I'm American, and that's beautiful. That's amazing. People just assume that countries are important, but that's very primitive view in my opinion. Very, I don't know. It's just things of appeal to tradition. And appeal to tradition is a very unscientific approach. Well, it is, you know, a fallacy for a reason. But what you ask is part of culture you are from. No, I'm not. Don, you're suffering from an abstraction poisoning. Basically, culture is something we made up. And if I think that culture doesn't exist, but people around me think that culture exists, then what makes culture real? The amount of people that think exist? So what, if all of Asia all of a sudden thought that culture doesn't exist, would that so all of a sudden make culture disappear? Or what is it proximity? So if like 10 people around me thought that culture exists, but everyone else in history makes it real. History culture. I mean, it makes it real for some people, the concept of it. It's like language. Is language real? What is the social construct? tradition. And that's where it is. Appeal to tradition. Precisely my problem. It's kind of like language, right? What makes language real? Well, people speaking it. But if you don't speak English, English isn't a thing to you. It could govern the behavior of other people, but you're oblivious to the fact. And it is not governing your behavior. If someone told you something in English versus if someone told you something in gibberish, you wouldn't see the difference. And in the exact same way, culture around me, whilst it does affect me, just like gibberish would produce different effects than English you can't understand, whilst culture around me affects me, it doesn't mean I have to be a part of it. I agree with you, very good solid. Thank you. I simply care not about culture, it doesn't exist for me, but does precisely, yeah, and that's precisely the thing with all social constructs. But you do agree that if language had no rules, it could not be codified. I mean, what rules? That's the difference between, because this is more of a, all of these rules are, take for example the word Riz. Is Riz a word? Huh? If I'm rizzing someone up, is that a legitimate sentence or a fake one? Make it rizzed up Markiplier. Well, we all can dream, right? Could speak the way they want it. Right the way we want it. Yes, and anyone can. It's not cool. We can. Like, right now, I could just make up my own language. And I can just speak it. No one will understand me. That's the reason why we actually... Sorry, I saw that. That's the reason why we speak English, because it's useful. But it's not a rule. It's not concrete. It's not something we have to do. Math is a language. Math is a standard. Because math is a language. Well, the standard language... That's another annoying thing with language. Because it has no rules, it's vague. Are you saying that math should abandon axioms? No, I'm not saying it should, I'm saying it can. Just like, I'm not saying that people should or shouldn't abide tradition, I'm just saying people don't have to. Who made the axioms? We, because we decided to. And we can abolish them any second we want. Just like we can abolish culture, just like we can abolish money, just like we can abolish any government. Why do we have them? Because they're useful. But every now and then, they all of a sudden aren't. Like, for example, imaginary numbers. Originally, imaginary numbers weren't a thing, and were considered to be a mistake. But then we all of a sudden realized that it would be more useful if we had imaginary numbers. So we created imaginary numbers. And in the same way, if we thought that why should we abolish something that works? Because something can work better. That's why. Like slavery worked. Slaves, you know, were still alive. Doesn't mean that was a great thing, though, does it? Like, imagine if someone was making an argument to a slave like, oh yeah, but slavery works. You're alive. See, it works. Why should you abolish slavery? It works for you, right? Culture does affect you. You are simply because... how you are simply because it affects the way you are raised. If a modern culture has made children to younger to now that is culture. Yeah, but Cole, you have to also realize that everything affects you the way everything affects how you're raised. If you had a, I don't know, a ferret, a pet ferret, right? Then that makes you like ferrets more. Would you call that culture? In theory, at the very basis, in my opinion, every single science and subject that is could be a complete lie. It is! It's made up, that's the point. We have certain axioms which we just decided are true, and based on those axioms we created science. Confusing evolution with radical change. No, the only difference is time. Slavery did not end from one day to another. You need to change it for... That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, just because something works doesn't mean it's good. Because, as I mentioned, slavery worked for the slaves. They were alive. Doesn't mean that slavery is good for them, does it now? I would say culture is the biggest factor in childhood. Okay, what about diseases? What about... Do you think that culture really affects children more than, I don't know, getting terminal cancer? Or do you think culture really affects children more than, I don't know, getting shot? Just out of my head. Or getting poisoned. Culture is a factor, but culture is such a vague term. Everything can be culture. Yeah, I think culture affects them more. Okay, call me crazy if you want. But I'm pretty certain alive kids have more in common than dead and alive kid in the same culture. One of them is dead. That's a pretty important difference. It's not about good, it's about what is. If it's not about good, it's about what is, then you're gonna hate social constructs. The world is not what we like it to be, it is what it is. But, mate, have you ever heard of a social construct? I mean, it is good, the reason you want to destroy something that works makes it more good. Precisely. Like, that's the reason why we have societies. Because it's better than not having them. I train my kids to like waffles over pancakes, you can't stop. You! That's called child abuse! You are... No politics. Cole, listen, let's calm down. Let's just agree to no politics on this live stream, okay? Okay? How about that? Well, anyhow, back to the conversation. Social constructs are made during centuries of contribution of millions of individuals. My bad, yeah, okay, cool. I'm glad that's good. But so what? So what if they're made of it during centuries? Contributions of millions. That's appeal to tradition again. Not something that just pop up. So what? Just because something is old doesn't mean it's good. Not really how it works. That's called appeal to tradition fallacy. What's wrong with tradition? It's not wrong with tradition. It's a fallacy. Appeal to tradition. It's a fallacy in which you say basically that... Hold on, a picture would be easier. Appeal to tradition. How it works. There we go. So it's a fallacy, which means not a great argument basically. A logical fallacy. So basically, oh damn it, that's not a great graphic. Can I have like a nicer graphic? No, that's a beautiful one. This is basically appeal to tradition. Saying that just because it's logic, it's facts. No, not. I'm not sure you understand what a fallacy is. So basically, just because something has been done a lot doesn't mean it's good. Doesn't mean it's effective. Right, because in theory you can make it all over again, nothing is in the way. The number can still be huge, but they all need to be designed for change, yeah. One day, probably, one day it will actually happen. That's the thing about social constructs though, we can abolish any of them. If you think you can, that's a skill issue on your part. What do you think law is? Law is a social construct, just like the rest of them. It can be changed. It has been changed. Multiple times. And most of the time it happens overnight. Laws are made. Precedents and stuff. So, don't you think rule of law is important? Maybe. Might be. Doesn't... Well, depends on the law. Like, if there's a law which states that, like, I don't know, I have to kill my children, then I would say that that's a pretty bad law. But if there's a law which says that I can't kill my children, then I like that law. That's a good law. Just because something a law doesn't make it good either. The laws that but others that existed for 1,000 years, and those that existed for 1,000 years, that just because they existed for 1,000 years doesn't mean they're good, better. It just means they're old. It's probably even worse actually, because if they are old, that means they're most of the time irrelevant. Just because something is old doesn't mean it's right. Quite on the contrary most of the time. I'm saying they walk for this time. No, they didn't walk. They survived. There is a huge difference. The best example being evolution. Evolution favors organisms which can survive or actually reproduce. That's the main key, right? Which means that you're not going to end up with the smartest, strongest, or fastest organisms. You're going to end up with the ones that are the best at fucking. Chickens, for example. Stinky, weak, slow, silly. And they still reproduce like crazy, so they're fine. Actually, being old proves they are better. They were tried. How old was the practice of slavery before it was abolished? You're really gonna make me go that, okay. Practice of slavery. In human history. History of slavery. Interesting. The first one. Which days that slavery was the institution of civilization emerged 3500 BC. Slavery is the only example this have. Slavery is the easiest. It's a low-hanging fruit, and my back kind of hurts, so I'm all for low-hanging fruit. Mate, slavery survived for 4,000 years. Over 4,000 years must be great. No, slavery still exists, and yeah, and just because it's all this good thing. No, it's not. I would even go so far as say that slavery is pretty mid. I would even say that slavery isn't great. I'm dishing out hot takes again. Controversial. And law need to be updated to keep order because many corruption in the system exists. Many wars still happen. Despite law, past may be impossible to change, but the culture can be changed even so. Precisely. Culture shapes society. Society shapes culture. But both society and culture are a social construct. That's why you do it. Hot take. Yeah, I'm really dishing out hot takes these live streams, you know. That's what I call logical fallacy, bro. Okay, let me draw it for you because clearly there is a miscommunication happening. Clearly there is a miscommunication happening. Let me show you. So, what you're saying is old. Though I'm aware of the scientific method. Using an example to criticize. I'm not saying that everything that's traditional is bad, because that's also a fallacy. I'm just saying that just because it's traditional doesn't mean it's good. You see, this is what you are saying. Old equals good. Right? Because you're saying that traditional things have been tried and tested. Then I give you an example of slavery. Equals old. Slavery is old. Which means that slavery is good. This is what you're stating. Now, you may notice that this appears to be false. Now, why is that false? Well, is slavery old? Yes, it is, which means we didn't make a mistake there. It is old because this is a fallacy. Is that a good enough description? I know, and let's see what was in yesterday. Doesn't matter. Precisely! Fox of Night, I'm really glad you're here. I am so glad you're here. Screenshot this. Screenshot of the X. Appeal tradition was a fallacy. It is. It is. That's precisely why. That's precisely why. And that's why saying that all things are good is a fallacy. Because if you say that all things are good, that means slavery must be good. So by other words, you are the one that said everything that's old is bad. I'm not saying everything that's old is bad. I'm saying that good thing, that old doesn't mean good. I did not say everything good, old was good. carry on. So you're committing logical fallacy or putting words in my mouth. I don't know. Listen, my memory isn't quite what it used to be. I just thought that you said actually being old proves they are better. But my memory isn't quite what it used to be. Okay, maybe I just imagined the fact that you said actually being old proves they are better. I said old is better. Oh, hold on. All right, fine. That's a fair argument. Let's switch it up. Let's switch it up. You know. Can I get a bigger one, please? Size. There we go. I'm not used to the larger sizes, if you know what I mean. There. Let me just get rid of this. Actually, you know what? There's an easier way. Hold on. Let's get rid of this. There we go. Fixed. There. Is this better? Let me just also put this right here because I think it's cool. I would say it stands the test of time if slavery is, you know, slavery survived for 4,000 years. Old equals bad and make it movement, so. Not old, you whippersnappers, better get off my lawn. Slavery doesn't exist in Europe. Yeah, but that's, don't you think that's a pretty silly argument to make, since, like, everything, you don't know what's gonna be abolished soon. So, you're basically arguing what stands the test of time right now. But in 10 years, some really old things could get repealed. Take a look at abortion. Is abortion good or bad? Well, I mean, I would say, I think it's an old thing. Relatively. Depends on how you define old, I guess. But at the same time, it got banned in Texas and became constitutional in France. Not tested by time, just survive despite how bad it is. Take wars and long conflicts still. Yeah, but what's the difference between being tested by time and surviving? Because those sure do seem like a similar thing to me. Why do you think that having a social contract for a long time is still the best option in the current time? That is the fallacy. That's the main logical problem Don Turbo has. Like, it would make them better on average. As in, on average. But on average, that's a pretty important detail. If you don't know why, check out my quantum mechanics videos sound. And I agree was on board. We should bring the old times back. Crab cycle, everything that's called customization. It's not like scratch away and do something new just because it's new. Yeah, that would be just fallacy the other way. Just like you shouldn't keep old things just because they're old, you shouldn't introduce new things just because they're new. They're gonna be crab anyways, so it's a matter. Up top. Crab cycle is composed of one step crab. I love customization so much. Wait, is that an actual graphic of customization? I'm curious. Let's say slavery, yeah. Do I agree it should be forbidden? No. What do you mean? Okay, I need an explanation for that comment. I would need an explanation for that comment. There isn't a graphic. There's like a cool graphic. One step in Scrub. Where's the one step? Where's the one step graphic? There we go. Crab cycle. Can we scientifically say abortion is not killing human being? That's the issue. Defining the human being is the main problem of abortion. So, like, depending on how you define it, that's why we can. We don't have science for that, make it. I literally just said that we can. If you define what a human being is, you can with 100% certainty determine. But the main thing people are disagreeing about is, you know, how do you define a human being? A big crab that's big and strong, like waffles, and make it will be twink. No politics. Call cheesing. We cannot define it. Oh, mate, no. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. It's not easy, but yes, it's possible. Humans are made up of a finite amount of information. It's not an infinite amount of information, which means yes, you can define it using a finite amount of information. It will be large, but it's possible. The human being is the non-crab. You have crabs and humans. The only two true states of being. The human is outside of the crab cycle. The brain and nervous system are formed after just a few weeks of gestation. Listen, I don't have an opinion on when humans become humans. And honestly, I don't really care on account of me not, you know, birthing humans. But I'm just saying it's possible. What I'm saying is that one side is right. I don't care which one. I think stupid people are not human. That's historically not a great thing to say. The thing is, I made so many videos about that. The meaning of meaning, I think that's the video where I was talking precisely about this whole thing. Except I was trying to find a dog. And yes, it is possible. Besides, hi, Defta. Hi. How you doing? Welcome. It is possible, but our science has no definite answer for it. Yeah, that's why people disagree about that sort of thing. Precisely why. You cannot change sex of a person. I don't know how sex is defined. But like physically it is possible. I don't like the word we cannot, because that's such a weak mindset. A human being shouldn't be forced to share a body with someone else. but yeah, I don't know. I don't want to have an opinion on this. My opinion is either that abortion should be legal even when the child is already born, or that abortion should be illegal always. Those are my two opinions. Sperm should be considered a human being, or the only other alternative in my book is you should be able to kill kids. Like, up to the age of 9. Because once, you know, age of 9 is when the consciousness starts to form. Sex is a chromosome. You have to. I don't think it's that simple. I really don't think it's that simple. You have to accept science has limits, bro. No, it doesn't. Science has limits. Come on. Human mind is a limit in itself. Yeah, but science isn't limited by human mind. Science doesn't have limits. Of course it doesn't. Have you heard of AGI? Or ASI, I suppose. I should be using correct terminology for this. I don't like the fact I just switched it up. Moving goalpost. So typical of these AI researchers, am I right? Just right when AI is good and ready, they like push it farther. Wait, so do you think your nose is a human being? Depends. Either I think it's a human being, or I think that nothing in my body is a human being. I'm an anti-centrist, remember. We are talking about human science, right? Well, you mean medicine? Science is actually limited by our minds. No, it's not. No, it's not. AGI. No, it's not. Not adjusted growing code. AGI AI. Artificial General Intelligence. Artificial General Intelligence could do science. Well, hold on. ASI. How is it not? It's simple. Artificial General Intelligence can do science. And Artificial General Intelligence does not have a limit. It does not. Just the amount of learning multiplied by the amount of matter equals science. I think science and in truth limited by the minds consuming it. Precisely. But, you know, it does by nature have limits. That's the question, though. Make it wrong. Come on, Tefta, be on my side. Okay, you say it's limited by minds conceiving it. So, Tefta, I have 3 questions for you, okay? No, Tefta, I have 3 questions because this is a goal of mine. I don't really care about convincing other people's minds when it comes to politics, not really my solo jig. I'm more of an anti-centrist, but no, I can't have the Tefta's agree with me on this one. 3 points, and just tell me which one you would disagree with. First of all, AGIs can do science. I think you wouldn't disagree with me on that one, because that's a pretty obvious one, right? AGI can do science. Second, AGI is only limited by the amount of matter we can have. Third of all, we do not... The definition of AGI is needed to answer. Well, I don't know. Artificial General Intelligence. You get what I mean. ASI. The type of AGI that can do self-distillation to just teach itself without any further data. Which is training. Precisely, yes. It is limited at any given moment by resources and training data. But we're talking about the theoretical limit. Which means that science would only be limited by resources and training data. But resources and training data, they don't really have a theoretical limit. Because that would suggest that the universe is finite. Or, alternatively, that there is a finite amount of resources and it is limited by time. But time, once again, is not a finite resource. Time isn't finite. Every single thing that science is proportional to... this is such a dumb sentence. Every single thing that science is proportional to, fine, I'm sticking with it, is infinite. They have energy value, precisely. And that's why I'm saying that science does not have a limit. Does not have a theoretical limit. Yes, it is in terms of energy available. Without time, you don't have energy. But I'm a huge fan of the idea that we don't know what we don't know. And I'm a huge fan of the idea that, it is possible to reverse entropy. If you don't have movement and the conversation is kind of pointless, we need a limited frame in order to even grasp the concept. Yeah, but I'm talking about the theoretical limit. That's why I'm casting the frame away. And from a theoretical limit, if given unlimited time, we will have unlimited science, sure. Really mean anything. Yeah, and now I'm talking about, well, but once you create ASI, the only limit for the ASI is time. It can get enough resources if you want. It can get enough training data if it wants. It's intelligent enough. The only limit is time. But in order for time to be an actual limit on an ASI, there would have to be an end to an ASI. Which means there would have to be something to end the ASI. Which means there would have to be something to beat its intelligence. And with the kind of intelligence that ASI would have, that wouldn't happen. What if science is so limitless that it reaches the limit where it can't answer anything anymore? Name anything that has a limit given you a definition. A coffee cup. That's on my desk currently. That has a limit. But it will exist forever. Its atoms will. Yes. They don't have a limit. Well, actually, no, wait. They do have a limit. They will expire. Computer, Yes, but then I would no longer define it as a coffee cup. So coffee cup, given enough time, it could compute everything in the universe can. Yes, but the concept of a coffee cup will be over. And with the ASI, the concept of the ASI would never be over because, well, it's intelligent enough to stop it from happening. That's so that is limited by the mind. What is? We will never even leave our solar system. Whoa. What? Hold on, I've missed a couple of messages from Don. How do you know AI doesn't have a limit? As I mentioned, logical thing. How can you say something like that? Scientists are... You can't even say you don't know. What do you mean a scientist? Oh, don't go hating on scientists now. The definition has a limit of the mind. Yes, it does, but I'm not talking... I'm basically right here, we're talking a limit of science as in limit to what science can answer. And there is no limit to what science can answer. I guess I should have specified that. What do you mean? Boy, what do you mean we will never leave our solar system? Don, come on now, mate. The coffee cup is a bad example of the trait that given your frame of limitless, almost everything has a little bit. No. We're misunderstanding each other. Yes, let me draw it out for you yet again, because I like drawings. We have some axioms. So we have science as the ability to answer a question. I feel like that's good enough working definition. Not an exact one, but a working one, right? The ability to answer a question. Or actually, wait, no, not the ability to answer a question. What would be a more precise one? Let's be precise. Let's be good. Let's be powerful. Science is a coherent theory of a reality. Yeah, but you know, I want something to work with, something that can actually get an actual challenge. Humans will never colonize the other star systems. I can tell you that much. Don, now you're just wrong. What about unfalsifiable? What about unfalsifiable propositions? The thing is, what I meant by science is like, is there something that science can't answer? But this is just a number problem. If you just assume that, if we were to right now hypothetically create like a, you know, intelligence quantity, let's call it IQ. Let's call it IQ. If we say that it would be equal to the amount of training data, so training data multiplied by the resources, which would be time and matter, then and then if we say that any problem, right, requires a certain amount of IQ in order for it to be considered to be solved, then this is just this is basically P would be, or actually smaller than IQ. And since for intelligent enough AI, training data and resources are not limited, as I mentioned, infinite, every problem can be solved with a sufficiently smart ASI. The question will get limited, the more science get limitless, making science itself limited. Don Turbo, you seem really anti-scientific. I don't think science can answer, and we as humans will probably never want to answer, how to create consciousness. What do you mean science can't answer that? Human brain is conscious. If we can agree on that, which I would say is a pretty fair argument, human brain has a finite amount of matter, making it up. And if it has a finite amount of matter, that means it can be analyzed. It is possible. It is possible. We may not want the answer, but it is possible. We need faster than light travel. We'll never travel at light speed. Don, come on. The problem, Don, you have right now is that you're being unscientific because you assume everything we know right now is true. Everything we know right now is true. Every theory we've arrived at is correct, and every theory we haven't yet proven is false. That's basically what you're arguing for. That's not really how it works. Like, you can say that it is possible that we'll never be able to travel faster than light. You can also say that given our current theory, it's impossible to travel faster than light. But you can't just assume that our current theory is definitely correct. Assume we'll discover better science theories. Yeah, because that's how science works. If we wouldn't discover better science theories, what's the point of science? Why would we do science then? If not to discover better science theories, that's the whole point, isn't it? Research science might seem to be endless, but it's not. Science has defined definite limits. What limits then? Science can only solve things that have patterns. But, yes, that is true. But don't you think that considering that our universe is made up of matter, which has patterns, behaves based on patterns, then everything in our universe is just a consequence of those patterns. Extremely abstract, that is true, but it's finite, which means we can actually predict those. Give an example, quantum gravity, for instance. Theoretical physics has not evolved much since the early 70s. You're really gonna make me... Fine. Fine. One, two... Wait, how has theoretical physics evolved since the 1970s? This conversation would need to first establish a project to exist. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. That's not what science does. Science isn't trying to establish like objective truth. I'm looking for like a snappy article because I don't wanna, especially don't want that. Especially don't want a pay limit, paywall. Physics in 21st century. What have we got that's new? Here we have. Hi, the Pizza Ranger! Hi, welcome! Does humanity really need faster than light travel to reach an star? No, it doesn't. There is like a limit to faster than light travel. Like there is like a bubble, let's call it, of things which are outside of our reach, because we would need faster than light speed travel to get there. But there are still plenty of stars, like a huge cluster. Your stars should be uniform. Moral judgment, aesthetic judgment, decisions about application of science, and conclusion about the supernatural outside the realms of science. Well, conclusions about the supernatural, that's... I mean, I don't... That's a pretty vague. That's pretty vague. But like, for example, moral judgment is not outside of... Why would it be? Moral judgment is made with a physical brain. Brain which has a finite amount of matter. You can analyze it. You can say with 100% certainty what is moral and what is immoral for a given person. For a group of people, you would have to give an average, but that's just math. There's no going about this. You can't just describe multiple numbers with a single number. That's just math. I agree with you that everything proved by science is not forced to be right. In fact, I'm sure that was wrong. Yeah, I think it's called Bayesian science or Bayesian something. Yeah, it's basically sort of Bayes probability. How nothing can be 100% certain or 100% uncertain, because then everything would be pointless. For example, what makes random happen in quantum physics? Genetics. Well, not in genetics. Not random. But that's still predictable. In quantum physics, yes, uncertainty principle exists. It's pissing off everyone. God does not play dice with the universe. Well, guess what, Mr. Einstein? So yeah, the uncertainty principle does exist, but the thing is, even though uncertainty principle gives you a certain uncertainty, so even if it is absolutely true, even if we assume that's definitely true, uncertainty principle, we got spot on, so far it seems to be, but as I mentioned, science changes, right? Then even if we assume that, with the uncertainty principle, we still can predict the probability of particle being in different spots. But there are problems that couldn't be solved, as the amount of atoms in the observable universe reaches the universe are, for example, not enough to completely solve the game of chess. I don't know about that one. I don't... It seems very speculative. You mean like there are more positions in chess than atoms in the observable universe? Because that's not a limit. You don't need the same... Like, the best example for that would be a computer. You can, only using 8 bits, you can represent 256. So, using a certain amount of atoms in the observable universe, you can create exponentially higher numbers. So, the... remember what Einstein said, God doesn't play dice because of quantum mechanics? Yeah, that's what I mentioned. God does not play dice with the universe. That's what uncertainty principle. Can the supernatural concept even exist? Supernatural is just what used to describe things we still do not understand. Yeah. In the foundation of physics, we have not seen progress since the mid-1970s, when the standard model of particle physics was compared. Ever since, And theories we use to describe observation have remained unchanged in the mid-70s. Hold on, I'm consulting an AI chatbot. Okay, there we go. Oh, that's solid. There we go. 1-2 chromodynamics. Oh wait! Hawking radiation. Wait, when was Hawking radiation discovered? When was Hawking radiation discovered? That's a good question. 1974. Depends on how we define 17, I guess. That's Hawking radiation, that's the same thing. That's also a very 1978. That's already 8 years. We can get better though. Oh, another thing. Hold on. String theory. Okay, so this and then also theory of everything. Correct me if I'm wrong. But these two are still work in progress, aren't they? Hawking is Wolf. It's not theoretical physics, was string theory and theory of everything? It's kind of theoretical. Isn't string theory stupid? No, what do you mean? String theory doesn't produce anything that can be tested in the lab. Yeah, it's work in progress. Well, I mean, work in progress. Everyone here is a political and science nerd. Not really political. I wouldn't say political. Science nerd, yeah, that's true. I just don't like it because 60 or 50 years and no testable thing. That's kind of dead. Okay, but that's not a good... but that's not a great way to check a theory by how long it took us. Hold on. Okay, that's not gonna be... no, you're gonna say it's not great. I was gonna give the usage of thermonuclear... what's it called? The huge breakthrough in 20 something. Every other area of science has great advances, yeah. You know why physics hasn't evolved? Because physics is a problem full of people, everybody has an opinion. Yeah, opinions make science awful. That's so true. What is these scientists with the theories? Jeez, just stick to the status quo. Nobody finds it. You have such an anti-scientific mindset. Some things just take too much time to write a theory about. Yes, that's why theories usually take quite a bit. In terms of string theory, is that the full theory does not have a satisfactory definition of simple stuff. This is the point of working towards theory, right? It's not finished. I like this Don guy. Cole, you would. You really would. Most people science the problem. Oh no. Millions of opinions, you have a very high probability that one of these opinions is the truth. That's kind of the point in science. You know, create as many opinions as possible and then create a standardized method of finding which theories are correct and which are false. They should really make something like that. They should make like a method for science, you know, something to actually check if science, like some sort of method to check if science checks out, you know what I'm saying? Like a method which you could use to determine if... No, I can't think of anything. It's dangerous because it deals with too high of energies, tool of nothing. But that's an engineering problem. Come on, high of energies. Come on, it's relative. Make stronger stuff. Most people in science apparently don't want to contribute to scientific evolution. What? What scientist? What scientist are you talking about? If the department was smaller, they would make bigger discoveries. Correlation, causation. Oh, they would make bigger discoveries because discoveries are only big in the lag. And oh, Toby, you're already leaving. Yeah, I just don't like this extremely unscientific approach to things. Do you watch anime? Yeah, I've seen them all actually. The answer that I didn't like them. I've seen all of them animes. You know, I've actually finished all of them. Wait, I'm curious. Wikipedia page is updated very frequently. What is this? I'm curious. Yeah. No, that's just summary. Looking over the list, find modern, so scroll to the very bottom. Go like... pick a random fella. Someone was born in 80s, Katie Mack. What are you working on? Research, I'm looking for what you've done. Ooh. That's also another interesting thing done. Make it, do you believe the best thing for science is war? No. No, I don't. I don't think best thing for science is war, because historically it's not really accurate. People always give an example, you know, people always say internet and computers, you know, people always give these two as an example, and yeah, that's fair, but that's not really war, that's just called funding. And you don't need war to give funding to scientists. Don't ever beef with scientists. It really does. Have you ever played Hero Ultra Rumble? No, not really. But because of Cold War, physics evolved quickly. Yeah, but it's not really because that's because of funding. You don't need war for funding. With more opinions, you have bigger probability of having one that's right, but also bigger probability of peers disagreeing. Right. Opinion. You're just so... No, I don't wanna... I just had... Because of how many different things you state as true, I just had to gloss over like most of the BS that you've said. Oh, we should like make a list of Don's claims which are just a straight up fallacy, then scientifically problematic, and then third one which is just disagreement, because we will have three. I think it's I think time is the pillar of most arguments. I think time is irrelevant to these timeless concepts. Yeah. It's an establishment, dude. This Don guy is goated. Cool, but like, are you pro-science? Or I get your political view. I get it. Like, I myself, as an anti-centrist, don't really like the idea of supporting the status quo, but I get it, alright? But at the same time, are you really anti-science this way? I am pro-science? Mate, you've just... No, not really. Pro-science people would never say that something is impossible, because that's just... That requires... In order for something to be impossible, or in order for you to state with absolute certainty that something is impossible, you would need to say that your theory has 100% certainty of being true or correct. Well, you just can't. You just can't say that, because that is an impossibility. And you said a lot of things during this live stream, like the fact, like you said that humans will never leave the solar system. That's one thing you've said. Humans will never travel faster than light. That's less controversial, but still, as an absolute. Nah, he's got it because he's rambling and it's hilarious. It's unlikely, not impossible. Then say it's unlikely, don't say never. Don't say never, because that never is not unlikely. There is quite a key difference. Unless you're using hyperbole. That's specify. Not the one with weird ideas. I know there are some people on Discord who actually also have some splendid views. Saying never is the same as saying ever. No, because ever. There's an N missing first. Who said I'd never get visions? Now they stand corrected. Don't never do occasionally happen. Oh, I was rooting for you, Cole. From the very beginning, I knew it. You have game. You have Riz. You have... I don't know what all the things kids are calling it. Hold on. You know what? Let's make... I really want to... I really want to make a list of all the wild things that Don said. Because I feel like it would be... It would be festive. It would be festive thing. Hold on, I want to make a list. There's so many messages. I should get an AI to do it. Oh no, most of them are already gone. Damn it. Since when are they getting deleted? Pop out chat. Oh, I can pop out chat! Oh, that's phenomenal. Oh, when they on that. I can work with what we might know in 500 years. I have no idea what we can and might know in 500 years. Let me show you something. Let me give you a recommendation. Okay, so first of all, this is a great one. Would recommend. Second of all, this feels relevant. Third of all, this. Oh, this is phenomenal. This is about social constructs. You're really gonna like this one. You're really gonna like the one about social constructs. I think this is the one about how you can't really use historical data to predict what's gonna happen this century. I think that's the one. Here you can have a drastic change in societies, would we recommend. What else is there? At least like history, the past of others hold no right to touch my future. Spit, yeah, that's a good one. Straight fire. No, music paused again. History is a linear process. No, what? I don't even know. I know you're just saying that time passes linearly, which, I mean, if you assume it's not relative, I guess, or are you saying that things historically in societies change linearly, which is just false? In 500 years, I won't have 6 legs. Like, you can have 6 legs. Okay, dream big. Okay, you can have 6 legs in like 20 years. Come on, mate. In 500 years, you're gonna have 500 legs. Can you imagine? How quickly would you run? Why should we think science will be more evolved? I'm not even gonna entertain that comment. But just with walking what we know, it's highly unlikely we'll ever leave our solar system. Imagine if... Actually, you don't have to imagine. I'm gonna find a list. I'm gonna get a list. No. I don't think no one's made a list about this yet. There we go. Oh, you know what? This actually might be decent enough. Not exactly what I was looking for, but this is gonna be a good one. This is precisely why you should never say ever or never in science. Because this is not how it works. I love learning history, specifically the history of where you're from, and I think everyone should do that. I mean, I guess no harm in it. Just, you know, don't push it too far, because then you're gonna end up with the Germany thing, and that's a that historically not a great thing. Is philosophy science? I think so. I think it's considered science. Does philosophy use the scientific method? No, they're not. Or I guess that's your answer. I guess it's not them. I see Cole, I respect your opinion, but I don't get what to do with it. Is it supposed to inspire me to do something? Because it's so useless. I'm already inspired. I don't know. I feel like Cole needs like a separate channel on the Discord server. We're gonna call it Status Quo Conservatives, and it's just gonna be a channel where all of us cool anti-centrists laugh at them conservatives for wanting to hold on to status quo instead of creating the totalitarian anarcho state with the capitalistic commune where the wealthy get killed off, and we have a patriarchy run by non-binary people. Don, I think your main issue, if I was gonna make like a like a if I was gonna diagnose you, Don, I think you're suffering from a case of a history poisoning, I would say. I think you've spent a lot of time researching history and missed out on a lot of science. I mean, if we had the Germany as not racist, it would be a good thing. I would say, I would go on a limb. Once again, it's gonna be a hot take, so get ready. I think if like, we had no racism, that would be pretty swell. Big from theoretical physics that is like abandoned philosophy. All great physicists were philosophers. Oh, mate. Just gonna give him one example. Come on. Come on, mate. You did all the setup just to say Einstein. No, there's engineers. Don, you... I'm tired. no, then Bohr has some crazy. Hold on. I may be wrong about Bohr, but like, isn't this more like hold on. Quantum theory, which is no fragile physics. Or the another one I'm looking for. I'm saying Bohr, but okay. Oh, that's gonna be a good example because I feel like you need an analogy though. Imagine, if you will, that you went back in time to times when Bohr existed, and Bohr just came out with a new quantum theory thing called old quantum theory, and you know, it was popular, was fun, and then you were like, this is the thing, old quantum theory is the thing, this is the theory, this is the one that's correct. Look how silly in retrospect. That's a good theory, it's a great theory, I would even say. But we have better ones now. Without philosophy and physics, there's just engineering, its applications. I feel like you should do less history, more modern science. The whole is all about discovery, but not enough now. Yeah, but you can't just, it's not like a listen, it's not like some group of people gets in the room and then they just make computers faster. That's not how it works. In order to make computers faster, apart from the whole complex lot of engineering comes into it, you have a lot of physical problems you have to overcome. No, but Sammy, Cole doesn't have that problem because Cole is American. Up top! USA! 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 Okay, but you're not giving the theory any wiggle room, Don. You're not giving it any wiggle theory, because I don't think you understand what evolving in science means, what it looks like. Listen, evolving in science is not really about creating new theories. It's more like replacing old ones. So for example, when you say that we'll never be able to travel faster than light, that's fine, but if that is true, that means there is no improvement to be done in that area. It means that there is pointless to look for ways to travel faster than the speed of light, which limits science. If you say things like, science has a limit, right? That's another claim you made. Like, science has a limit. Well, then that's fair, but will we reach this limit already? Maybe that's why no science is being, no new theories are being introduced. That could be it. Maybe we reach the limit of science in classical mechanics. I mean, there's no theoretical physics. Had classical mechanics in my video. Long story. Make us leave the solar system. Yeah, but if you just assume that's impossible, then you can't blame scientists for not trying. The partner are not concerned that. But, well, seem like reusable rockets and stuff. I would say that's a pretty good step. The whole reusable rockets bit seems seems like it could be useful in interplanetary travel. In my opinion, my personal opinion. But I'm not a scientist. Trust me, we can tell. It's fine. You don't need to. Shall go to sleep. Take care. Good night, say Sammy. Good night. Have fun. I'm just the critic. It's fine. We can tell. Trust me. Trust us. Okay. We know. Sammy, you got me distracted. I didn't give me signs down today. I'll try to use terms maybe you'd get. If you ever think you're gonna get bitches, if you aren't gonna try and you're never gonna get one, if you have confidence and believe in you can, then maybe. There. Cole is truly the Aristotle's of our time. It's like if Einstein and every single great thinker in ancient Greece was combined, then that's basically Cole. The smartest person ever going on. I think your faith in science is as misplaced as your faith in humanity. Your faith in science is as misplaced as your faith in humanity. That's an impressive. That's a quote. That's what a wow. I don't. Faith in science. That's kind of like saying your faith in logic is misplaced. Because logic can also be wrong. I mean, no. That's really like saying your faith in math is misplaced. Your faith in logic, your faith in science, your faith in thinking, your faith in intelligence. It's kind of like saying these things, which, well... Logic was wrong lots of times. Give me one. Give me one example. Logic. You're gonna give me a kind of logic? I'm thinking of how to put in simple terms for you to this, right? Term logic. That's the one to turn on. Okay. I'm trying to find a way to word it so that it would actually resonate. It's like you really, it's like really hammer the point home. Home run for my hockey viewers. I'm not good speaking. Make it can't make terms Uga terms like that. Yeah, that's a gift. That is a gift. Objects fell because they love the earth. Yeah, but that's not science. That's not wrong because of science. That's wrong because of lack of science. That's the problem. It's not the science that's the issue, it's the lack of science. Like, when we did more science, we learned about the thing called gravity. It was science then. Mate! Wowza! Wowza! It was science then. Well, I mean, no. Well... Guess what I do? Yeah, I can't let it go. Don't listen, my whole shtick is science. It's like my whole thing. It was science then, and I'm thinking of how to word it best. How, like an example. Okay. Don, let me ask you a question. Do you think that atoms exist? Don, do you think that atoms exist? Yes, okay, so you do think that atoms exist. Cool. But did you know that back in the good old days, scientists thought that atoms were indivisible? They were the most basic form of matter. But then we discovered quarks, which means that atoms cannot exist. Because scientists were wrong about this. It's kind of the kind of argument you make. The world was changed recently. Was changed on multiple occasions. It's like finding what it really is. It really is. You see, I kind of make a living of, well, not really, CPI, but like, I kind of, my whole YouTube thing is teaching people stuff, right? It's basically teaching people stuff and making them understand new things, having them learn something fun. And I've gotten quite good at it though. Not really good. Same thing for the past 45 minutes, yeah. I'm trying to convince Don that science is best. But Don really seems to dislike science. Which is a problem because imagine if you create a tool. Okay, I think I've got one. I think I've got a good example. Imagine that we create a tool which allows us to accelerate particles. I don't dislike science. Hold on, because this is gonna be funny. This is gonna be a comical. Let me just put this unrated screenshot in the background. Now, I think science doesn't answer everything. Then what does? Because then you have only two options. Either you claim, then the only two options you have, if you say that that science doesn't answer everything, then you mean that either there are some things to which you can't get an answer, which, well, interesting. So yeah, there are two things. You can either be claiming that science is wrong, or that there are some things which nothing does, only God does. Okay, well, I see. Okay, I'm glad we finally got to this point. You're religious. There is a rule that you should never mix religion with science. It's a pretty important rule. And it took us 2 hours. You should have started with this, Don. For fuck's sake! Alright, that explains it. Makes sense now. Yeah, it really does. Oh. Okay. I'd never use science to disprove the existence of God or prove it, because those sound religion science. But that's precisely what I'm saying. You shouldn't mix those. For example, when Cole starts talking about religion, I'm like, cool. Because Cole believes. And so then I'm not gonna fucking use science to prove or disprove the existence of God, because you don't mix religion and science. It's a #1 rule. Oh, Don, you really should have started with this. Cheesin'. Way to waste 2 hours. Alright. Now we can begin stream. Yeah, that's a solid way to waste 2 hours. into a theological discussion. No, what religion may I ask? Oh, okay, I'm gonna leave you all to it. I'm putting you in the hands of Cole now. Only now you realize it's religious. You know what? Yeah, you're right. I should have been Checkup. By the way, I just want to clarify that I'm not saying religion is bad. I'm just saying that you cannot mix religion with science. That's a big no-no. Don't. Okay, so now we can get into the cool bits. I have to make up some. This all started because Don asked Orthodox Catholics and no, this started because Don argued that billionaires were crucial to society. That's what really kicked it off. Religion, superstition is how the realm science. Sadly, happy. Don't mix religion and science. It's the only rule. It's the rule. Really. The only one. Because this is basically an opposite thing. It's basically, you know how when you get to the basics, the bare basics of anything, you have axioms. Certain things which tell you, certain things which are unquestionable. When it comes to science, this is basically question everything and trust nothing. When it comes to religion, this is basically trust, believe. And so it's really like two opposite things. You can't mix them together because then nothing makes sense. You can't prove or disprove. There's not been the prove or disprove the existence of God. The two things are opposites basically when it comes to working out certain things. And so mixing, and what's worse is that these are opposites on the axiom level, and you can't just argue, which axiom is right. That's not how logic works. You have no arguments to disprove science, which cannot also be used against religion, and you have no arguments to disprove religions, which cannot also be used to disprove science. That's the thing. Bro of God. Yeah, but yeah. And that's the issue. Religion and science created some really funny stuff. Look at there's some quirky stuff. Yeah, but it's not a good mix. You're an atheist, I'm not really an atheist. I just don't get involved in anything. I respect people having religion. I'm all for Cole. Cole is sick. Cole is great. Some might even say Cole is Cole. It's just that I don't like mixing religion and science together. It's kind of like sulfuric acid. That's a great one, right? Sulfuric acid is pretty cool. And the sandwich. Sandwich is also pretty cool. If you mix them together, you're not gonna like the results. Cole is Cole. Yeah, that ain't that true though. Yes, they kind of look. Yeah, you're basically different things. So religion is based on accepting the idea, science is based on the so basically religion tells you to believe, science tells you to never believe. That's why you can't mix. Making sandwiches not bacon. What do you mean not bacon sandwich? You don't know. I meant sandwich. God, is that the guy getting a haircut? Religion just answers questions that humans will never answer with science. Whatever the last shred of interest I had in what you're gonna say, I lost it now. Alright. Bonds between hydrogen and atoms in the same column in the periodic table decrease in strength as we go down the column. Okay. So, strength. Strength. I'm not tired. I'm still going to the stream. Don't worry. Oh, mate, it takes more than that to get me tired, trust me. I am the only person that can make myself tired. And y'all should... That's a mindset. I would really recommend that mindset. Don't let anyone ruin your day. Be a man. Ruin yourself. Strength. So strength... So in column, decrease in strength as we go down the column. Is it because of size? I think, right? Hold on. Of bonds decreases as we go down the column. Thus an H of bond is stronger than HI bond. HC is stronger than HSI, HN is stronger than HP, HO is stronger than HS, and so forth. Makes sense. The reason for this is that the region of space in which electrons are shared between two atoms becomes proportionally smaller as one atom becomes larger. Strength bond decreases as we go down the column. So the space in which electrons are shared between atoms becomes proportionally smaller as the atoms become large. So the smaller space, the less stable the bond. I love P-Table so much. I'm gonna let y'all, you know, have fun and chat from now on. Y'all just have fun. It sure does seem to be increasing, which makes sense. More problems, more issues, right? I was talking about science. I was saying that science can have an answer to everything, not humans. Humans are limited by the finite sizes of their brains. Bond between like atoms usually become weaker as we go down the column, but next there is another later. So bonds between hydrogen atoms. Important string of bonds between hydrogen and atoms. Bonds in common. Okay, I should have seen it with the H everywhere. Call no politics. No politics. Call. See, even not no politics. Jesus, Christen. No politics. I did one rule, mate. For this chat, one rule. No politics. Why doing this to me? You appear as some a place or agnostic. I think that as an influencer, I have the power to influence people. Not many, I'm not famous, but still some. And considering that I'm not knowledgeable when it comes to religion, I don't think I should influence people either way. That's why I don't want to get into this at all. Either on the religious side or the... what's the other one? What's the other one? The atheistic side. I don't want to get there because, you know... Because I can influence people and I really shouldn't in this topic. Come on, you... Look at the crap base. Ban call. Okay, another thing. Bonds between like atoms usually, because of course it's usually, of course, become weaker as we go down a column. One exception, and of course there are, yeah, okay, cool. Being gnostic is default, I don't see a problem with explaining that. Yeah, I just don't want to, you know, harm anyone. Like, I'm fine with having opinions on things I'm knowledgeable about. Like, for example, with politics, I don't like to say which ideology is right. I like discussing them, but I don't like saying which one is right. For example, I think that, from my knowledge, I think that both communism and anarcho-capitalism could work, the opposite sides of the spectrum. And I think they would work best if they were both implemented at the same time, because I'm an anti-centrist, and the status quo has to be demolished, and we should be all living in an anarchist syndicate run by a totalitarian regime with a single ruler who has a dictatorship and is also elected with a full democracy where every single person has to vote, and this vote is enforced, so that if you don't vote, you die. Death penalty. But only 50% of the time. The other 50% of the time you get adaptation. That's what I believe. But between like Atom, I don't know how many of you all watch J-Reg, the John Regular. If I mean creepers come from Germany. Yes, J-Reg. Oh, I love J-Reg so much. Gregory, Giraffe Garage. J regular. Hold on, I'm getting distracted again. Yes, usually go weak as we go down the column. Normal the exceptions are single bonds between period 2 atom groups. Period 2 atoms of groups 15, 16, 17. Exceptions. Oh, hold on. You know what? Let me actually note down differently. Garage. I really have to find the video where it says garage. I really have to find out. It's bugging me. It's bugging me up to this day. Exceptions being... exceptions being... single bonds between period 2 atoms of groups 15, 16 and 17. Unusually weak compared with single bonds between the large, which are unusually weak. Me naming my kids stuff like Bjorn, Jorgen, Sven, Cole, Julian, etc. You've already asked that question, and I already told you that these are goated names. Yeah, I'm all for these names. They are goated. They are banging names. I really have to find it. Oh, I got some messages on the Patreon only chat on Discord. Wow, isn't that incredible? I don't have to respond to my Patreon only Discord chat. Did you all mention that? Don, we can't agree because you've done the unforgivable. We can't. Sven's Scandinavian. I think don't all of them sound Scandinavian. You mean to tell me? Wait. He all seems, especially Cole Jr. That seems like the most Scandinavian of them all. Can we ban all non-Jewish viewers from the Discord? We could have a whole separate channel. No, yeah, okay, no, that's too many channels. We're doing too many channels. Alright, there we go. Don't make have opposite mindsets, yeah. Well, not really. Opposite. Actually, maybe. Cold Junior is the best name. It is. It really is. I've got to say, I don't say that nearly enough. I really like your I have no enemies mindset. I really like it. I'm glad you switched. I'm really glad you switched. I mean, you know, the mindset shatters whenever you talk about politics. Then it's a bit of a problem, because then you really seem to create a lot of enemies there when it's not talking about politics. But apart from that, it's really great. You cannot separate science from humanity. Just wait until you hear about this thing called AI. It's gonna blow your mind, mate. Third example. There we go. Because elements in periods 3 and 4 rarely form multiple bonds with themselves, their multiple bond energies are not accurately known. They are presumed to be significantly weaker than multiple bonds between lighter atoms of the same families. Compounds containing... Okay, so... Element in periods 3 and 4. I wouldn't call some of them human. What's up with people hating engineers, by the way? I've seen that. Well, not hating, just the treatment of engineers as animals. Or pets, rather. Not pests, pets. What's up with that? I mean, I get why we would do that against organic chemists. Through 3 and 4. Rarely form multiple bond themselves. The multiple bond energies are not accurately known. They are presumed to be significantly weaker. Bond between lighter atoms. Yeah, fine, let's know the whole thing. It's because most of them literally have no ethics. Have you ever heard of, like, scientists? we don't have ethics. Come on, who needs science? Who needs ethics and science, or science and ethics? Come on, mate. That is holding you back? Have you not had the plan to replace all of human labor with monkeys? Compounds containing as a level bond, for example, have only... Okay, so that's an example. That's it. Fourth one. Multiple bonds between carbon, oxygen, or nitrogen and the period 3 elements such as phosphorus and sulfur tend to be unusually strong. Okay. Multiple bonds between carbon, oxygen, or nitrogen and a period 3 element such as... We're gonna need to do a revision live stream tomorrow, though. You think about Maker's idea having AGI? That's a good question. I'm kind of hot for that idea. I do like that idea a lot. God is dead, time for humanity to move on. Don't alienate people. Come on, mate. I feel like as long as you don't kill others in the process, you should be religious all you want. Like, I'm all for Cole. Well, I mean, if Cole were to start murdering people left and right, then yeah, I would have some minor notes. But as long as Cole isn't running around killing people, big thumbs up. Multiple bonds of the standard chemistry period elements such as... Okay, yeah, so carbon, oxygen, or nitrogen. That's what... Oh, is that why... Is that why they are so... period 3 elements. Phosphorus, sulfur. Wait, period 3. All of these. Oh, is that why organic science, the organic chemistry even happens? That's interesting. Is that why you see carbon, oxygen, chlorine, nitrogen everywhere? And phosphorus, sulfur, silicon, aluminum, I guess. Well, aluminum, silicon, not really. It's a Marx reference. Bible is pro-slavery. Don't say that, Happy, because like the Bible has been translated and interpreted so many different ways and so many different times. You can't just say the Bible. And you literally said the Bible. Well, the original language. Yeah, but isn't the original language a dead language? I think there are some like ambiguities with the translation. All right. Average bond energies. That's a cool table. You know, I do want that table. I do want that table. I really do. It's a cool table. That's a really cool table. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Well, some of them are missing, but oh well. I'm just an idiot. Wrong about, and I won't explain why here, but if you want to know why, I'll probably explain it in Discord if you ask. Cole, I just want to know, it's important to me, was I correct? That's all I want to know about about what Sabi said. It's important, my ego, it's important, okay? Religion only bothers me when they try to oppose the rules and values forcefully on others. But, Goran, have you ever considered that it's not really religion that's bothering you? It's just people that try to enforce the rules and values forcefully on others. Like, that's the annoying bit, isn't it? Not really religion. It's the forcefully... It's forcing others to do something bad. So that's basically why I don't mind religion. Basically, I said, but which one is? You got the bad time. I don't know. Hi, Feeble. I don't know about. I wouldn't say bad time. No time is bad. Feeble. It's feeble in time. Do you make double bonds in LaTeX? LaTeX chemistry double bonds. Bad time? What do you mean? Not really. Not really a bad time. There have been worse times to join the stream. I mean equations. Oh wait, I can just do an equal, but how would put triple one? Wasn't that like related to? Hold on. LaTeX equality symbols. LaTeX has chemistry stuff? Yeah, I mean LaTeX is there are I don't know if they're called packages or something. Equivalent, precisely what I was looking for. Alright, so we have C to F. Then we have C to Cl. Then we have C to Br. Then we have C to I. This is the carbon ones. With which one are these? Carbon with IBr. Bromine, was that? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know. What am I doing? Who am I? These ones. Okay, so these are the... Correct about what make it. I just said that like Bible has a lot of translations, and and saying the Bible is very, you know, you can't really just say the Bible says that. So you can't say the Bible says that slavery is good or something, because it's been translated so many times that... I'm gonna need some context. There isn't really much context. So, Fox is a scientist. Don mixes religion and science, and so we've had a discussion for 2 hours, but then I realized that he mixes religion and science, and so I stopped. Don is still going with a couple other people like Fox and Goran. I don't know how to pronounce that. And you know, Happy, no, Cole. They're just chilling. How they do. I mean, if a religious book got translated doesn't mean the same thing, then the god that translated the book isn't real. Happy, you make a lot of wild arguments during these streams. I'm God came to have people prioritize different parts of the Bible over others. You told me. CC. That's the next one. CC. CN. CO. O. CF. Again. That's the same one. That's... Can we delete one, delete row? There we go. CC, that's another same one, but this time, but this time we have varying these, so this will be actually useful too. No, that's pronounce. Accurate. There we go. Literally copy pasting because I don't wanna miss something. ICC is this one. CN. CO. There. The more bonds, the stronger, makes sense. You're most literally just wrong. What's really funny is that Don is getting hit on both sides. Don... Don is getting hit from me, like from a scientific perspective, from a purely scientific point of view. And from Don is basically getting hit from me about science and from Cole about religion. How have you been lately, Make It? I've been productive, rather productive. Rather very productive, I would even say. I found a method to kickstart myself. You already know about that. Element of the highest ionization energy generally goes with most negative electron from this ultravacuum goes upper right corner periodic table. Okay, yes. Conversely, the elements of the lowest are bottom left. That's good to hear. I'm still wondering about method is. Okay. You know, think privacy. Oh, do tell. How was the glass woman? I don't like when that conversation is going. I'm glad I'm not a part of it anymore. I need some gum in me. I need something to. I kind of want to read that chapter of CNP. What is CNP? Copy and paste? I have no idea what CNP is. Everything is cut. I'm trying to grind now. People same. That's so relatable. On that grind. First of the month. Rise and grind. Hell yeah. You got a book club? You tell me you got a book club on my server? Oh no, on my server. Ah, spicy. You got a book club. I don't even know about. Fine, keep your secrets. We'll like that. For me, it's just funny that Don is getting heat from Cole and me. Because as Happy mentioned, Cole is like ideologically an opposite, you know? Conservative versus anti-centrist. And so, getting hit from both sides is never a good sign. 6 of the way through, maybe. Wait, about 6 out of what? What do you mean 6 of the way through? 6 out of what? People, I don't want to give you any ideas, but you do have all the power. The book. No, I mean like, you know, Fibu is 5/6 of the way through the book. But you're like 6/7, 6/10, I'm assuming. What do you mean? You have the spoilers, power of the spoilers. You can spoil everything. Use it. You still can. Try not to coward. In chemistry, various methods have been developed to describe tendency. Electronegativity. Okay, so chi. That's a good one. Next chapter. Electronegativity. Yeah, no case. Defines the relative ability of atoms and electrons to assemble a chemical bond. Limits with high electronegativity tend to acquire electrons in chemical reactions are found in the upper right corner. Wait, is my animation still running? They still are. Shoot, wow, it takes a while. Found upper acquire electrons. Okay, lose electrons. Electronegativity is denoted with key, with kai, okay. Okay. Okay, so happy. So happy is either. This is why, because happy like, oh wow. Happy conveys a lot of emotions in this. Like every single text he writes is a wild ride. It either makes people extremely angry or extremely sad, but every now and then you get a banger like this. The way you feel God. What if I feel God in a sexual way? What does that mean, Don? It basically has the same energy as, oh, so gender is what's in your pants? Well, I guess then my gender is shit. Oh, that's, oh wow. I'm, you know, happy. You deserve the applause for that one. Energy, electron affinity, electronegativity happens now. It's simple. Fixed property that can be directly measured in a single experiment. Atom's electronegativity should depend on some extent on its chemical environment because properties of an atom. And it's really complex. It tells you this atom gain electrons in a bond. Was it? I think it was a bond, right? Chemical reactions. I mean, yeah. You should go. No. Chemical reactions. And is dependent on everything. Atom, environment. It's wild, mate. I'm having a lot of fun right now, mate. Yeah, this is fun. I'm also actually having fun. I'm a huge fan of the feeling of catharsis. You know, when you feel awful and then you feel great. And Don gave me a huge catharsis stream, so I'm full of energy. Catharsis is so addicting. I love having nightmares. I adore the feeling of nightmares because when you wake up, it's just so great. You wake up and you realize, oh, that's not real. It feels so great. Although I do have different kinds of nightmares. I don't really get the scary ones. I mean, okay, I don't get the scary in a simple sense, like a monster chasing me. I don't get those. I haven't gotten those in years. Like 2 days ago, and this is great. 2 days ago, I had a dream in which I'm gonna skip over the boring parts. Basically, I killed 2 federal agents. They were from FBI or something. I just shot them. You know, just shot them. And then I was like panicking in the dream, like, oh no, what am I gonna do with the bodies? Oh no. And I woke up and I was like, oh, I have no bodies to hide. It may not be quite as relatable, but, you know. I'm a moderator for a gaming streamer. This would definitely not be allowed to escalate this far. I like escalations. Escalation's a challenge. Listen. Having mod requires one thing, in my opinion, and that's the ability to keep your cool. I treat these situations as a test. Test of faith. If you're able to actually keep your cool, because it's easy to keep your cool in a standard situation, it's the people that piss you off. That's why I like Happy, right? Happy pisses everyone off as often as they can. But I've never banned him, and I'm not going to unless Happy really does something truly awful. But unless, you know, that truly awful thing happens, I'm not going to. Because it's a test. It's our Lord and Savior Markiplier testing us. Or Jayresh. Wait, the Jayresh would be... No, it's Lord and Savior Markiplier. It's the name Jayresh. Actually, Ryan Gosling, Ryan Reynolds. What's up, people? And I'm getting... no, what? I'm getting off topic. Don't I love to hear this in the VC? Cole is menacing in the VC. You know how in different animes and these cartoons and all this stuff, you have like menacing characters which are depicted as having this aura around them and stuff. That's what Cole feels like in the voice chat. The Cole matches me when I'm streaming, and streaming gives you a lot of powerful aura. Just casually. If you like nightmares, it makes sense that you like to chat without the mods. My mods are busy. My mods are busy right now. I actually don't have mods. I have mods as experts. Everyone who has mod in my chat is my personal expert on something. Well, not personal, but is my expert on something. So we have Tefta, who's just an expert on being an awesome human being. You have Elliot as a math expert, Alex as a everything related to physics expert, and I do mean everything. Ali, who is a medicine expert, obviously. I think that's it. Is there anyone else with mod? Does Mint have mod in this channel? I don't think so. I don't think Mint has mod on this channel. I think it was the other one. No, I think Mint has mod on the other one, the gaming one. Hey, make it. Even if I piss other people off, they still like me. Yeah, but it's not a binary thing, Happy. It's not like people like you or hate you. It's different. So even, you know, people can like you, but there's still not enough. For example, you lessen their trust. They're gonna pick other people over you and different things. So you know. Mint has only one job, and it's me. Oh yeah, I almost forgot that's why. Like, you're the whole reason. Yeah, but Mint also lost his temper recently. Wait, does he still have mod? I don't remember. Oh, I remember what I did. Yeah, Mint. I think Mint still has mod. It's just that I weakened mod. Yes, Mint still has mod, but I weakened that role. I weakened the junior role because Mint lost his temper. And that's heresy. Hold on, I'm looking for a GIF or GIF to send. If you don't know why I'm crying, check Discord. Because we made up. Yeah, but I still weakened the admin role because the fact that Min lost temper, even for a bit. And over you, Feeble! And you're like the easy mode of getting pissed. You're not even like the boss fight of pissing people off. I lost mod. I mean, I don't know, Cole. I mean, I get that you went through your character arc and you're now in your I have no enemies phase, but I need to see some more results. I don't want more. Oh well, that solves it. Actually, well, that's like quick. So thank you for that then. I wonder what level am I in pissing people off. I would say if you have like very mild, mid, major, mate, you're gonna make me lose my mind. I would say Feeble, Feeble is like in mild, Happy is in mid. When it comes to major, we only occasionally. Don is right now in the major level, because everyone is arguing Don. I don't think I've ever seen anyone who was in the mate. You're gonna make me lose my marbles. Make a tier list of people right now. I honestly wanted that. I wanted to make a tier list of everyone who joins in on streams based on how funny they are, in 3 different categories, like punchline, delivery, and a joke idea. I really wanted that, but I would have to. I might do it tomorrow, you know, because tomorrow is the Make It redesigning stream, so we might do it. I try my best to be nice to people, honestly. It's just some people. Yeah, that's why you're in mild. Mild is like 2/5 of the way there. I would say that's average for a human being. I would say mild to mid is like standard human behavior. Tefta would be very mild. Tefta would be near 0. I've never seen Tefta piss anyone off, which is so impressive. I've genuinely never seen anyone get pissed off because of Tefta. Maybe there have been situations, but I've not witnessed it. Tefta's great. I also love how Tefta approaches arguments. Because, like, I disagree with Tefta all the time. I literally disagreed with Tefta during this live stream. But it doesn't matter. I really like that. I respect that. Redesign? Yeah. On each live stream that ends with a 5, we're gonna switch up this 3D Maker in the corner for a different one. We're gonna, you know... Every single person that has Patreon will have a vote in what they want to change. I don't try to make people mad, I just don't change my views unless I'm proven wrong. And I'm never wrong, so... Well, that's not what Cole said, but like, generally, right? We're never wrong, let's be real. Like, have any of y'all ever been wrong? Not me, I'm always right. Do you still want your banner make it? Stuff IRL going on, so it might be pushed near end of May. Don't worry, I understand, it's not... First of all, I'm not even paying for it. So, like, you know... It's fine. Of course I want my banner. Who wouldn't? A free banner. People, it's free. It's free stuff. Well, I would have to be a pretty major dick to get upset over that. Things so long, much worse. I just... I've never had a banner made. I don't know what I was supposed to do. Like, no, my favorite price. What are you guys talking about? I just joined the stream. Apologies for interrupting. Don't apologize, not interrupting. There are multiple conversations happening all at once. So we have the Don conversation. That's just Don arguing with anyone. Just anyone that cares to join in. Then we have a Feeble conversation, which is just Feeble doing casual conversation with... depends. And then you have the Make It conversation, which is me mostly talking about to myself about chemistry. Well, feel free to join in. Any combination conversations. Sadie's age changes every week. Guys, I'm actually 5 years old on Saturdays. Yeah. Started getting younger. There's not Benjamin Button case. Alright. A molecular dipole moment. That's a certified molecular dipole moment right there. You said 16. Wait, did it? I mean, I remember Happy saying 12. And 14. I never heard him say 16. I didn't say that. I never said 16. Precisely! See, people, you don't listen. People, you don't listen for goodness sake. Come on. Make it really think the best way to learn math quickly. Depends. You want calculation or computation? Because with computation, I can't help you. I suck when it goes to computation. When it goes to calculation, mostly interpreting math correctly. So, for example, if you're just trying to learn applying matrices, right? If you're just trying to learn it this way, you're gonna fail, because this way sucks. This way is awful. What I would recommend is the... okay, I this time genuinely don't... This is not meant to be a subtle plug, it's just that this is the most straightforward video. That's why I made it. This is the good way done. Because... I mean, this way, I got it from Freebill on Brown, so that's what I would recommend. Freebill on Brown, math, phenomenal. The best. But yeah, if you wanna improve computation, then just... Yeah, precisely. And you see how much better that kind of explanation is than whatever this bullshit is. So if you're trying to improve computation, which most of the time is what school demands, then just practice. Just repeat different iterations of the same exercise over and over. And if you want to understand math, then like that, then I would recommend the math pipeline. Hold on, let me give you the math pipeline. Let me give the math pipeline. Just 2 more channels. And then we're gonna have I would recommend starting with bye, Goran. Bye. Okay, so I would recommend starting with Freebill on Brown to get the general understanding. The Freebill is the best for understanding. Then I would recommend number file, for just a bit of funsies, right? Okay, breather. Then Mathologer. Mathologer is great at bridging the gap between understanding the meaning behind something and understanding something. That's great. And then finally, Black Pen, Red Pen to actually the applied mathematics bit. That's the pipeline I recommend. You know, talking about religion, do you believe that God exists? Or at least do you believe in spiritual force? I'm gonna leave that to the... You're joining... Deep guy, you're joining the Dawn conversation. Make it Islam and answer the question I've raised about theoretical physics hasn't evolved since mid-70s. What is your question? Because that is just a statement of fact. That is not... there isn't a question mark at the end. Do you believe in God? Are you talking to me, Deep? Or someone else? I would like to clarify before answering. Alright, in the meantime, let's go through dipole moments. Remember dipole moments? We've researched those actually. Which we have, so we determine whether there's no dipole moment. Mathematically, dipole moments are vectors. They possess both magnitude and direction. Remember those? Oh yeah, this is the one where Alex said the thing. I'm having a mental breakdown. If the individual bond dipole moments cancel each other out, there is still one dipole moment. Yeah, you previously learned how to dipole moments from molecules. For covalent bonds, three geometry compounds. Polar, it couldn't show up there's no dipole moment because there's... Okay, so... Other example of molecules with polar bonds are shown in figure 929. Molecular geometries are highly symmetrical, most of the potential hydrogen square per energy. Yeah, bonds dipole moments completely cancel and there is no net dipole moment. Makes sense. It's symmetrical, right? Forces go both way. Message chat limit. There's a mess. Wait, can I remove that limit? I don't think I can. I think that's baked into YouTube. I'm just trying to start a conversation. You included, the mind. Stop it, you like. If you took me, the deep guy, don't worry. Don't worry. That's what chat is there for. Do not apologize for participating in conversation. It's encouraged. That's why chat exists. Do not apologize. It is fine. It's the intended usage. And don't I mean the hard-working, smart Nazis. Wow. Please tell me you're not continuing the message of people really need to become more like Sadie, not gonna lie. Sadie, I beg you, please. Please. No. Although a molecule like CHCl3 is best described as tetrahedral, the atoms bonded to carbon are identical. Yeah, so it's basically the... Yeah, some of makes sense. Which molecules has net dipole moment? Well, we just want to determine... Hold on, let's just look by looking at the pictures. This one, right? Hydrogen sulfate? Because... Oh wait, no. These go... No, they don't go to the other side. Can we cancel one another so the molecule has net dipole? Yes. Then this one. This one also. But this one's symmetrical. I think we get it now, right? I think we get dipolarity. Dipole moment. That's a certified dipole moment. Debate because I've got to hold debate. Join the Discord if you want to debate. Cole, do you want a debating channel? I'm asking genuinely right now. You make it on that. Why? You don't have to. People, what do you mean? I don't like that sort of mentality. You won't be forced to look at that debating channel. You do realize that, right? If you don't want debate channel, just don't look into it. Debate channel will be cool. There we go. All right. Time to add. Will it be a forum? I think it will be a forum. Let me make. Don't worry, I got you. Will be emoji. I'm gonna. There, perfection. It's gonna be only available to people who are at least lurkers. This is why I have a peaceful make it chat. There are multiple chats, you do realize that, people, right? Like, you do realize that there are multiple chats. I am going to make it a age-restricted channel, though. That's gonna be a requirement. There. One new post was recruited by people. Come on. People, you've chose to participate. Because I'm not 18. Fine, I'll remove that. There, no longer age restrict. Why can't I age restrict to like 16? Why is another thing? But there will be a limit on how many posts you can make. Or maybe not. You know what? Maybe not. I'm just gonna mute it for myself. There we go. Channel. I've muted channel for myself. Now y'all kids have fun. Why is the name after Cole? They're all horrible. What do you mean horrible? Isn't we have okay? Soda has a channel. Saylet has a channel. Ali has a channel. I have a channel. People, you got the secret rank. Cole gets the channel. How about that? I think that's a fair deal. They're like actually contributing. People see. Okay, you see, that's the issue, man. That's the bit. Whenever we all tell you that you're a hater, you're like, oh no, I'm not hating. I would never hate, and then you just go on hating on Cole. Cole is contributing. Cole has a Mallow rank. That's high. That's really high. How many people do have the Mallow rank? I'm curious. Can I check it out somehow? 9. 9 people. Me, Ali, Soda, Tefta, Eufibu, 6 with Cole. And Hatak is gonna be next one. 6. 7th is Elliot. 8th is Saylet. And 9th is I don't know who. I don't know who is 9. But the point is, the Cole is on the same level. I'm making me sick. I'll leave now. Women, am I right? Yeah. No, she's gonna be 9 naked. That's women though, isn't it? Join in, hate on Cole, and then leave right away. Gaslight, gatekeep, gang blast. Honestly. Separation charge. Bond beyond colon bond dipole moments arise from different electronegativity, larger difference in electronegativity, larger dipole moment. Distance between charge separation is also deciding factor in dipole moment. Yeah, okay. Wait, make his life. Ali, you joined in right when I said gaslight, gatekeep, gang blast. That's not a coincidence. Yeah, I am still alive. No, why did the music stop? Unpause, unpause. Amen, brother. Hell yeah. It's basically just like, you know, when we start researching quantum mechanics, Alex joins in. That's the same thing, but for Ali. People, what do you want? Fuck off, people. Come on. Okay, dipole moment. Yeah, we've already researched dipole moment in a different... we've already researched dipole moment in a different textbook. I'm gonna do this again. Measure dipole moments. Place substance between charged plates, polar molecules, and... Personally, I think it's just more suitable for anyone who... don't want to get into a dumb conversation. How's the channel? How's the debatable channel doing? Wow, there are multiple people chatting on the existence of God argument. To yeah, that's. I mean, I'm not. I don't want to get into that. Yeah, I don't want to get into that sphere. As I mentioned, separation of science and the religion is kind of an important thing to me. So you know. Non-plasma deflected. Monopolar acetone deflects slightly, highly polar water deflects strongly. Okay. Polar molecules align themselves in electric field with respect to another, middle with respect to ions, right. Okay. What have I joined? Oh yeah, this actually has been going for a while. You're joining you know. It's not really a fresh tarot checkup anymore. But it's actually not the worst time of the stream. It's gonna be awful. I don't know how much I wanna commit to debate on Discord. Just people debating religion. Yeah, Ali, you wouldn't believe it, but you've actually not joined the worst debate of the live stream. I used to argue with Don, but then I realized that Don is mixing up religion with science, and I don't like that. Okay, I'm done. Do tell. Actually, that's kind of the end of the story. Don Rini's Exervia. Oh, that's another really good one. Oh, you are so right. Oh, you are so right. Like, Happy, you piss people off a lot, but when you're right, you're really right. Hold on. Okay. In proton close together, dipole moment degree of polarity decreases. Important. So let's do certified dipole moment. Hold on. I just can't with people chatting in the background, like posting things like yeah, just I'm sorry, but like this message is phenomenal and I just want you all to see it because it is out of context obviously, but that's a phenomenal message. In case anyone's curious, check Discord. I'm sorry, but it's so funny. Okay, characterize the size of the dipole moment. The proton electron is 100 meters apart. Dipole moment is a key reference value and represents a pure charge of +1, -1, 100 picometers apart. Charge separation with a gradient dipole moment increases linearly. That's a social contract a maker would say. It's just called a social construct. That's like saying, yeah, so atoms are made of protons and neutrons. As Make would say. Oh, I don't know. In electron clouds you have subshells or orbitals, as Make would say. It's just what it's called. Alright. So, pure charge charge separation with greater and dipole moment increases linearly. Okay. Apart. You can have this child to regret. No, I won't. Nah, I'm really not feeling the research in me anymore. I feel like we've blown over everything I had in me. I think I'm done. I think I genuinely am done for this. Well, it's fun. In case anyone would like to argue some more, I would recommend moving to Discord because, you know, once I end the stream, this is gonna end. Too bad. Ali, I've been streaming for 3.5 hours. That's enough. That's enough for science and streaming for one day. Wouldn't you say? Yes, too good. Should I leave it going just for y'all to chat? I feel like, can we make 4 hours make it? I feel like I should just let this live stream go. So that y'all can have fun. I don't know. Are you moving to Discord? Hey, hold on, let me switch up the... Let me switch it up so it's no longer restricted to America. Yeah. Fixed. Such fun in months. Happy, you really need a hobby. You really need a hobby. Hold on, I'm gonna screw some libs. This was definitely a stream. It really was one of the streams of all time. To get annoyed. Listen, I am so deep into my I have no enemies character arc. As I mentioned, oh, I just dropped some glassware. No. Thank goodness there was the empty files. It's fine. It was empty. I could have dropped the one with silica. Oh, well, magnesium. Anyhow, that's it. Yo, wrap it up. Wrap it up. We're ending. We're done with the thing. Hello, Gia. I'm removing the websites from the stream. The background's on. Yo, wrap it up. Make it team is playing the background. You know what that means? Let me just sip from the cup. Oh. Okay, I'll wrap it up. And in case anyone wants to argue further, Discord, as I mentioned, we just created a new channel just for this specific occasion. You're welcome. Nah, the mines are for adults, for the kids is the factories. Finally, someone with a brain. Using them. Although, you know, Happy, you don't have to dig as big of tunnels for kids. So, you're certainly overlooking some value there. That was a good discussion. Thank you, Make It. Thank you, Deep Guy, for joining in. And for now, I suppose that will be over for this live stream. So, that was fun. We did research a fair bit, and will a lot. For now, that will be it. Thank you everyone so much for watching, and have a great day. Bye.